So I suffered. You all have to suffer as well. All of you. Every one of you. Now, if you want to know what I'm talking about, here. Y'all can suffer along with me. There was apparently a challenge issued to a friend of mine. And it was... apparently, somebody wanted him to make a big-breasted Ken Ham. I'm scared. And you should be too. Just... it's Ken Ham. And they need their arc to float as well as they do. Why? Why does this exist? This is Silas's fault. This is all Silas's fault. So, I have ruined the world. I just... That deserves death. Kendra Ham. It's Kendra Ham. Think of how upset... because Ken Ham's a transphobe, right? Think of how upset this has to make him if he actually were to see it. Just consider that. There we go. I had to get myself situated so that the camera could actually track me. Blah. Blah. Well, now that you all are in pain, lots of pain. Like just an astronomical amount of pain. Hi. How are we doing?
That squirrel looks familiar.
Asmodeus says, welcome to the Church of the Unblinking Neko of Latter-day Hammers. What? No, we do not do... No. You cannot get Owos for your sins. Joke's on you, sirs. We're into that. Joke's on me. No, joke's on you. Nothing but pain. So there's some stuff we probably need to get into before we start in full, right? First and foremost, do y'all know what happened today? Rush Limbaugh died. Now, while I'm not going to sit here and celebrate the dude's death, I will say this. His existence objectively made the world a worse place. So, not gonna celebrate, but I'm also not gonna mourn. Who is Rush Limbaugh? Well, Rush Limbaugh was the conservative radio talk show host who had the largest radio program in syndication in the United States. 15.5 million weekly viewers listening to conservative propaganda. So, yeah, that's a thing. Again, I'm not gonna mourn. Not gonna celebrate, but I'm not gonna mourn. Just figured maybe I should go ahead and let everybody know that I do know about that, because I'm sure there's going to be at least somebody who pops into the chat at some point today going, oh my god, Cyrus, did you know Rush Limbaugh died? Yes, I know. Okay, we're done. I know, I understand, and I have given my opinion. There, done. Now we still have to deal... well, we don't have to deal with him now. Apparently, he's been knocked off of most platforms. Nick Fuentes, who gained most of his talking points and style straight from Rush Limbaugh. Pumpkin J for the $4.99 super chat. Some obituaries are more pleasant to read than others. Well, again, I choose not to agree or disagree with that. I choose merely to let that exist. Wow, my washer is going nuts. But we're not starting a topic till that stops. That'll probably take about 5 minutes. But, anywho, now we've gotten that. That's all done. What do we have on the docket for today? Well, might as well give you guys a little bit of a life update just before we start. Raz has some tooth fillings, but they were not able to take care of me because apparently, even though the administrator said that they would put me in as a walk-in, they were filled, and I could not come in as a walk-in. So, looks like Friday I get my teeth cleaned. Woo! Anywho. So that's going to be fun, and then once we start that, I'll know exactly how much medical debt we're in. Yay. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Alright. So, we've had the entire conversation. We've had the conversation about Rush. Let's not have anybody celebrating his death in the chat, please, okay? Let's not do that. Raz is fixed? No. Raz has 9 more fillings to go. And has to have a special type of cleaning now. But the gums don't seem to be as swollen now. So at least there's that. But it does mean that we do have, like I said before, $3,000 to deal with there. And we'll see what mine ends up looking like. So this is going to be a fun experiment going forward. Fun thing. Okay, with that said, what else are we doing today? Well, No Bullshit decided that he was going to do a video about polyamory, of course. So, that'll be fun to tackle. Not really. Not really. I'm not going to enjoy that. Transformed wife is also one of our topics today. She apparently believes that masks cause cancer? So we're going to cover that. Does she have a citation here? No. So we're going to be covering that. That's going to be fun. And then, well, unfortunately, guess what's back? Parler is making a comeback. And because Parler's making a comeback, we're going to be covering some relevant stuff where Parler's concerned. So, I hope everybody's strapped in for the fun, because after all of that, we will be able to cool down. Once we're done dealing with Transformed Wife, Parler, and No Bullshit, we're going to calm down and watch Nintendo's live stream. Do a live reaction to the live stream as it happens. Emily says, I gotta know if your friend does commissions and how to contact them. Well, dude, how to contact Silas? Easy. You just let him know in the Discord. There, that one. That one. I just brain hurty. How is Parler back? We will get into that. Do not worry. We'll have fun. And by fun, I mean pain. By fun, I mean absolute, total, and unadulterated pain. Who designed the avatar and do they take commissions? Yes. The person who designed this, well, so this avatar is a combined effort. This avatar was taken off of references from a handful of other artists. But the person who designed it was Rimixen. And you can find her on Twitter. Here, actually. We'll do it this way. Boom! There's the link to Rimixen's Twitter. Apparently, she's editing her first YouTube video, but she is responsible for more avatars than just mine. She's also responsible for building this avatar here. And I'm not going to play much of their content because I don't know what they do, but they're responsible for this one as well. I don't know who else she has done VTuber avatars for besides us that she features over on her Twitter. But yeah, Rimixen is responsible for... Rimixen is responsible for my avatar, their avatar, and a few others. She does VTubers. So, if you want a VTuber avatar, I would highly, highly, highly recommend her. So, it's gonna be fun. Rafora said, because I haven't watched a stream of yours since late 2019. What a change. I love it so much. Maybe I should follow my dreams of becoming a VTuber. Do it. I mean, if it's a thing you want to do, do it. Do it because you want to do it. I would never recommend somebody do something, like, for money or anything. I would recommend them doing it because they love to do it. And if it's something that you want to do, you only have one life. Go and do it. What is the name of the song you use at the beginning of your live sessions? Heck. One sec. Let me find it. Is it Empire? Is it Empire Seasons? Yeah. Empire Seasons. This right here. It is Empire Seasons by Dan Hennig. Okay. Do we do today with Banjo-Kazooie music? Is that what we do? I think we do today with Banjo-Kazooie music. Wondering if you saw the no BS thing. I saw it about a week ago and I figured it was a bit too low-hanging fruit. No, so, Black, because I cover... Think about it. There's 14 uploads on this channel every week. 14! I used to do 2 episodes a week. Now I do 14! So, sometimes low-hanging fruit is fine. Moreover, while low-hanging fruit is bad in its own right, it is at least true that low-hanging fruit has a really bad habit of being what convinces more people than other things. Also, I'm totally thinking I should do I should play some Banjo-Kazooie and get some backgrounds harvested from Banjo-Kazooie. What do you guys think? I think that's a thing I want to do. I want to get some backgrounds for this avatar harvested from Banjo. Does that include nuts and bolts? No. That is no. Not to nuts and bolts. That is my response to that. Absolutely not. Okay. It sounds like my washer is no longer busted. So I think I can safely get into the first topic. Topic, however you want to say it. Whatever you'd like to call it. I don't even. Also, Parler's closer to right-wing Reddit than anything. It's like a mixture of Reddit and It's like if Reddit and Facebook had a really dysfunctional baby. That's what Parler would be. If the baby only came out with, like, its right side functioning. Nuts and bolts sounds like a robosexual innuendo. Ha! Oh, also, see, Topic, please don't get into the foot stuff this stream. No, Topic. So for some reason, people had a habit of saying Topic instead of Topic. So I just got into the habit of saying Topic instead of Topic. Let me get into the next things. So I just okay. So which do you guys prefer? Just out of curiosity, because I'm torn. Me doing the streams like this, where I've got the ears up, or the ears being down the whole time? Because I'm not 100% certain. On the one hand, ears being up makes me look alert. On the other hand, ears being down, I think might just look better. I don't know. Depends on the topic. I suppose it will matter more when I get my other expressions in. Just pick one at random and see if anyone notices in the comments. Ooh, that's a good idea. Just every now, like, some topics the ears are up, some topics the ears are down. Unfortunately, I do not yet have the ability to change the ears mid-stream. I have to actively go and, like, select my program and then click my hotkeys to make the ears function. So unfortunately, doing them, like, having them go up when I want something, like, to look alert is not a thing I can do. Not yet. But eventually, I should be able to. We'll see. Might be easier once the 3D avatar's in to do stuff like that. Who knows? You like flappy ears, don't really care if they're up or down. Johnny Driver says, hi, sirs, had to drop in and say hello. You're still one of the good ones, bud. Cheers. Well, thank you very much, Johnny. It's actually been, what, 2.5 years since we've talked? We need to catch up sometime. It's been a while. You have a stream deck, don't you? Can you not use that? So, I can use that. Here's the problem. The hotkeys are mapped to standard keyboard keys, and FaceRig specifically will not allow me to hotkey something unless I'm clicked. It's like if I'm playing League and I have my my camera zoomed out, I can't zoom in unless I'm clicked on League, because that's just a limitation of the program. So yeah, it's unfortunately just a limitation I have to deal with for now. Have I heard of John Shelby Spong? No, I have not. This is the first I've heard of them. Complete and total news to me. We lost Rush. Satan called him home. No, Jesus called him home. I think we've established Jesus is the abusive one of all of them. How is it that anime boobs have a greater range of motion than real boobs? Because anime boobs can have whatever range of motion anybody programs into them. Use ear position to send secret messages in Morse code. Ah, right. So I can just be like, no, I'm perfectly safe. Nothing bad is happening to me. Nothing at all. Nope. I can do that. That'd be fun. Remember, Lucifer was God's favorite angel before he fell. True. Did you try out Facerig's beta for their new software? Yes, I have tried Animaze. Animaze has some issues with it as well, though. For one, Animaze does not have audio-based lip sync yet. And while I'm not using audio-based lip sync right now, that is something that I would like to use in the future. And Animaze currently doesn't have it. On top of that, Animaze currently doesn't have one of my, I believe it's one of my facial expressions doesn't actually work on Animaze. It's broken with Animaze. It shouldn't be, but it is. No, no. There we go. I swear they bounce less than they used to. Okay, so. If you want to get into the topic of anime boobs, thank Gynax for that. Gynax! Look. Gynax does some good work. Kill la Kill was a good show. Topic, can we just get Brooks out of the way? Oh, fine. Fine, fine, fine. We'll get Brooks out of the way. Ah! So, No Bullshit decided to make a video about polyamory. Which, of course, is kind of important to me. So, let's go ahead and hop right into that topic.
Hello and welcome back to No BS. Today we return to talking...
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he's ever actually gained the cadence to say it right. Like, okay, do you remember the early episodes of No Bullshit where he... Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Hello and welcome back to No BS just doesn't have the right cadence. I know that has nothing to do with, like, the substance of the video, but it's important to me.
About the lots and lots of propaganda out there that seems to be pushing people into stranger relationships each and every day. Essentially, the left wing controls the propaganda, they control the media, the internet, and a lot of these TV and movie.
The left wing controls the media and the internet? Really? Is that what you think? Cause I'm sorry, No BS, well, Brooks. We're just gonna say Brooks. That's so much easier. Brooks, look. If the left wing controlled the internet, then we wouldn't have to worry about things like, what was it that was going on beforehand, where they were going to be limiting different lanes of the internet to who paid more. If the internet was controlled by communists, it would be free. It would be considered a resource that everybody needs and everybody has access to. The left doesn't control the internet. And if the left controlled all the media, then you wouldn't see YouTube taking down both lefties and righties with all of their content. And you wouldn't see Fox News, I don't know, existing. But it is better for you to live in a victim world, so I guess it makes sense.
Companies, and they've
net neutrality, that's what it was. Thank you very much.
Been creating a lot of entertainment and things to consume, like movies and shows and documentaries that push.
I love this idea that the left is a monolith that creates entertainment. The left is a monolith, and it's been creating all kinds of entertainment. The entertainment that it creates indoctrinates people, sexualizes our children, and ruins the lives of everyone. It even stole my wife. Like, just this whole narrative that the left controls everything is silly.
Push people away from traditional marriages. That's when man and woman get married, they have kids, they raise them. That's the traditional American setup, and the left...
That's not a traditional American setup. The nuclear family is just as much influenced by propaganda as anything else. Moreover, even if I were to accept that, yes, that's just the traditional American setup, that wouldn't be an argument. Like, appeal to tradition's a fallacy, my dude.
Left-wing media is very much against that, as we've seen time and time again.
Wait, left-wing media is against nuclear families? No, it's not. Dude, left-wing media loves nuclear families. They just also love other kind of families, like, that aren't strictly nuclear. What's wrong with that?
Specifically, today we're talking about another kind of idea and concept they push out there. They try to glorify a thing called polyamory. Polyamory is basically an open relationship.
Nope, you're already wrong. I'll let you continue, but I'm letting you know you're already wrong.
Means you might be in a relationship with someone, but that person can have other relationships, as can you. You basically have a open relationship. You just go and date other people, and sometimes it's different setups. Sometimes it's 2 people, sometimes there's 3 people, other times it's like a big group. Like, for example, we talked about this before.
You're gonna bring up the girl who had the four boyfriends, right?
And there was that polyamorous group in Florida who happened to have like 1 girl and 5 guys living in a house. You can imagine how that goes. But the weirdest part about that story, following up on it,
you're gonna bring up the fact that one of them turned out to be an abuser, something that happens all the time in regular relationships.
Now is basically that was glorified by a YouTube channel called Barcroft TV. Lots of other people picked up the story in the media, in the press, and they try to push it out there as this cute feel-good story. One of the girl even got pregnant, and they were all going to raise it together. But that story actually has a bad ending.
The story didn't end, though. But do you think that their relationship just ended after all of that? Because, like, there are other people still dating her.
Follow-ups on that where the girl ended up having to leave the house because the baby wasn't taken care of properly. All kinds of sad stuff coming out of there. So we're not.
Last I checked, it was that one of the partners ended up hurting one of the kids, or hurting the kid, and that was it. Like, I don't think the relationship ended. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think now's a good time as ever to go ahead and correct his definition of polyamory. Polyamory is any relationship structure that includes or has the ability to include more than 2 people. But it's not an open relationship. An open relationship is its own thing. An open relationship would be like if me and Raz had the ability to go out and date whoever at all. That's an open relationship. With it could also be go have sex with whoever or date whoever, whichever one. And that's not our relationship structure, and that's not the structure of most polyamorous relationships. Most polyamorous relationships require very strict communication. You have to, let's say that I developed a crush on someone, or Raz developed a crush on someone. We would have to tell whoever's in the relationship that crush exists, and we would have to evaluate whether or not it's a good idea to even pursue that. That's how polyamory generally works, is you have a very strong line of communication about who you like, who you don't like. If you're going to consider a relationship with somebody, that's different than the more loose nature of an open relationship. So when No BS comes in here and says polyamory is like an open relationship, no, it's not. You don't just date whoever in polyamory. You can cheat in polyamory. If I were to go find somebody who I wanted to sleep with, and I did that today, I would be cheating on Raz, even though we're polyamorous. Like, that would still be cheating because no communication had been had, no consent had been granted, nothing. So, I don't like when people mischaracterize what polyamory is, because it's already complicated enough to be polyamorous and explain what it is to other people without people like No BS clogging the discourse up for his hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
I'm not here to talk about that, but that is a good example of how
It's not a good example.
How this stuff can go wrong, how it's strange and odd, and how it's proving that really the mainstream media is against traditional relationships.
No, it's not. The mainstream media one. You said a YouTuber brought it to the forefront. And a YouTuber bringing it to the forefront is now evidence of you that the mainstream media is against traditional marriage. This is like when people say that gay marriage undermines the traditional marriage. Like showing gay marriages in media undermines the gay marriage. Showing traditional marriages in media didn't undermine the idea of gay marriage, so why does showing gay marriage undermine the idea of traditional marriage? Same thing with polyamorous relationships. A traditional relationship is not undermined by the mere existence of somebody else's relationship. If your relationship is so weak and pathetic that it is undermined and threatened by the existence of somebody else's relationship who doesn't even know you, then maybe there's some self-evaluation that needs to be had instead.
They don't like people that are straight. They don't like people who get married, have kids, have a family. So they're trying to break that down. And we're going to talk more about it soon. We're going to talk about how HBO has a new documentary focusing on this story and trying to push more polyamory. It's called...
How is that pushing polyamory? It's literally... So, I have a question. If you had been creating media for an amount of time and you realized that there was something that a lot of people didn't know a lot about, and you had the opportunity to show that new thing that people didn't know a whole lot about and do a documentary on it, would that not be something you were incentivized to do as a media organization? By showing people new things that they didn't know about beforehand, you've basically opened the door for you to get new viewers in who are going to come to you as a source of information. That's a marketing technique. There's nothing wrong with that. How is that pushing propaganda?
There's no I in threesome. We're going to talk about it right after this quick break. Virtual.
Wait, nope. No plugs allowed. The only plugs allowed here are from DDLG Playground. Use coupon code Cirrus, get 10% off, shove a butt plug in, you happy days.
News, it says there's no I in threesome preview. See an engaged couple try their hands at polyamory. Dive into one couple's attempt at a polyamorous relationship with HBO Max's There's No I in Threesome coming February 11th. So this seems like it could be an innocent setup. It's not really necessarily bad. Again, to preface this, we're not here to like attack people with different lifestyles, different relationships. I'm just here to point out the downside, notice the trend, notice how straight couples are frowned upon and these kinds of couples are put up on a pedestal when really, like we talked about with that Florida example, these things don't always end well, and polyamorous relationships can...
You know, hold on. So, Brooks, I have a question. What happens with most relationships, most traditional relationships? Do most relationships last 10, 20, 30 years? No, they don't. Most relationships die. Either because people are incompatible, or they're still growing, their paths diverge, and they realize that one person has to go work in another state, country, city, what have you. There's a million reasons why relationships die out. This is not unique to polyamory. Most polyamorous relationships don't work out, yes, and most monogamous relationships don't work out. You don't get to engage in the sharpshooting time and just count your hits and ignore the misses everywhere else.
And end really badly. It's not a healthy setup.
How is it not a healthy setup? Can you define why?
My opinion, it's really...
You can say it's your opinion, but I would like you to define how it is not a healthy setup.
Really not for me personally. I'm not...
Who cares?
Not sure if all of you agree. It's not necessarily...
I don't. That's why I'm making this video.
Necessarily a big point that we can't get past here, but it is something that obviously places like HBO are pushing. HBO...
They're not pushing it. They're literally producing one piece of media. One piece of media, maybe even two. I don't know HBO's entire, I don't know all the stuff that they're trying to make. But the question, OBS, the question, Brooks, is if they show traditional marriage in any documentary or any piece of media they produce, are they pushing traditional marriage, or is that just normal? Most people would say that that's just normal. But the minute that something that's outside the norm is shown as viable or just in any way, shape, or form, it's just shown, suddenly that is considered strange, new, propaganda. They're trying to indoctrinate our kids into this weird new age way of thinking. And that's the thing that happens all the time. Whenever something new and outside the norm is shown to people like Brooks, either they automatically think that it's this weird propagandized thing, or, alternatively, they don't think that, but they know that their audience will think that, so they will grift that to their audience. I don't know which one it is. I think with Brooks it's a mixture of both. I have no way of knowing. Also, Brooks is behind me. I am very uncomfortable with that. Brooks, please. No, do not be behind me.
Has been known to be woke. They support a lot of things like...
Known to be woke. Known to be woke. Okay, never mind. We're just going to lean on the grifting.
aggressive politics, SJW stuff. They're always having minority-driven plots that
Minority-driven plots. Brooks, everybody in this picture is white. Everyone of them is pasty white. Maybe instead of saying, "Oh, they have so many minority-driven plots," maybe you should be a little more careful with what you're showing on the damn screen when you say that.
that are anti-white in a lot of ways. They glorify
Anti-white? What? Name a program where they're anti-white.
Ancient history, like racism from hundreds of years ago gets brought up in a lot of their shows. Watchmen is an
Dude, wait, racism from hundreds of years ago? Dude, you know that Jim Crow was literally last century, right? There are people alive today that still dealt with Jim Crow. There are people alive today that existed and met Martin Luther King Jr. Malcolm X. Racism from 100 years ago, from hundreds of years ago? Dude, racism still exists now.
An example from a couple years back that comes to mind. Other stuff like that.
Watchmen is your example? How is Watchmen your example here?
Just basically, yeah, this is coming from HBO, is to be expected. Them
How though?
pushing this polyamorous relationship stuff is really kind of weird.
Are you gonna... Okay, so you're halfway through your video and all you've said is, "This is weird. I am not polyamorous." Can you start explaining why these things are bad? Can you give some evidence instead of just pulling stuff out of your butt as to how this is all propaganda?
And kind of creepy because they're like trying to break down the family. It's essentially
How are they breaking down the family?
like other stories we've talked about too. Like, for example, we've
That
covered a
squirrel
few stories that
looks
glorified
familiar.
cheating. Things like at Christmas, we had a story. There was like someone said, "Oh, give your husband a free cheat pass and let him cheat for Christmas," or something like that. Let your wife cheat as a gift for
Wait, though, hold on. But if you give your husband a pass to sleep with someone else, they are by definition not cheating. Because you have changed the rules of your relationship to functionally allow them to sleep with one other individual temporarily. That by definition, that's not cheating.
for a birthday. Like really bad, creepy stuff. And it's just like,
How is that creepy? How? How is human beings doing something that they naturally do all the time with somebody outside of who you consider their life partner creepy, so long as there is consent involved?
they're trying to sabotage relationships. Like they're trying to push that on you. And obviously that's going to tear them apart. Not a lot of people can handle.
Me and Raz have been together for over 4 years. And we have both slept with other people with each other's permission. How does this tear people apart if they're prepared for it and they know what they're doing?
This kind of cheating and infidelity and things like that. It's not common. It's not natural.
It is natural. What's not natural is marriage. Marriage is a legal and social construction. That's not natural. Sleeping with other people, that is natural. But even with that being the case, it doesn't matter. You cannot appeal to nature and use that as your argument for what's moral. Nature is just how things exist naturally. That doesn't say that things are somehow ethical or moral. That just means they merely exist.
I don't think. And that's why we're going to talk
You don't think. That is precisely the problem.
more about it soon. Let's go ahead and read the article first.
Holy shit, you're finally reading the article. I can't wait.
Engaged but not exclusive. On Tuesday, January 6th, HBO Max released a trailer for its new documentary feature, There's No I in Threesome, which follows a newly engaged couple as they embark on an open relationship. That's Zoe, she's an actress, and this is me, Ollie, I make films. Director and star Jan Oliver Luck starts off in the trailer below. We got engaged 1 year ago and have been in an open relationship for 3 months. So I'm already a little
Okay, so that's already different than a polyamorous relationship. They've said that it's open. They've categorized it as such.
confused. I don't get why you would get engaged and then open your relationship for 3 months.
There's several reasons for that. Let me list a few. Okay, so let's say that you and a partner have only slept with each other. You only know each other's bodies, and that's it. And you might find that there's some incompatibility there. So you try exploring with other people, and you do it in a safe and healthy environment. People do this via polyamory, open relationships. Sometimes they do it via swinging. I've done all of these except the open relationship, because I personally can't function in an open relationship. Being demi makes that basically undoable for me. But there's lots of reasons to explore with other people. One is merely you don't know what it's like with other people, so you want to try, so you don't regret not having at least had the chance to when you're 50, 60, what have you. Sometimes it's just healthy. Let's say that your relationship with your partner, they're ace, and you have no opportunity to sleep with them because they are ace and they have no libido. I'm using those specifically because there are asexual people who have libido. They don't have the attraction, but they still want sex. So let's say that you're in that relationship, and then you end up finding that there is another potential partner who actually does have a strong functioning libido and is very attracted to you. You might pursue that partner because you cannot explore your sexuality through your primary partner. There's no loss of love with your primary partner. There's no loss of love at all. But you end up deciding that, hey, this other person can give me something that I cannot have here, and I need to function in a relationship. And your partner goes, that's fine, and you agree to it, you've consented to it, and you explore those things with somebody else. There's nothing unhealthy about that, so long as you and your partner are prepared for what's going to happen in that scenario. Now, why would somebody get engaged and then pursue this? Well, let's say that you have that life partner, you've been with them through thick and thin, you've gone through homelessness with them, you've gone through all kinds of hardship, you know this person's going to be there for you till the end of time. So, you decide to get engaged, because this is somebody who you believe can be legally responsible for your child. You believe they can be legally responsible to handle half of your stuff. You believe that this person should be the first person that is called to come into the hospital room with you when you are dealing with a hard procedure. All of the benefits, legal benefits or otherwise, that are granted by the status of marriage, you feel that this person can fulfill the role of. You feel that they can fill that role perfectly fine. But you have another partner who can fulfill the roles that you need sexually, whereas your partner can't, for a variety of reasons. That's just one reason why this might happen. I don't know this particular couple's reasons, and quite frankly, I don't care. They might be interesting, but at the end of the day, they are the reasons of that couple. Doesn't matter to me. But when you say you can't think of a reason why this would happen, I can, but I'm a polyamorous person, and I've been in relationships with other polyamorous people and had conversations with other polyamorous people. So, of course, this doesn't seem weird to me. You're just plugging into my world for the first time in your life, apparently.
Just seems counterproductive. It's like you're not enough for each other.
That's not what it means. There's nothing about polyamory that says that one person isn't enough. Polyamorous people can function in monogamous relationships just as well as they function in polyamorous relationships. It is not that their partner is not enough. And that kind of language is actively discouraged in polyamorous circles.
You're not wanting to be exclusive with someone. Like, why even get engaged? It doesn't sound right to me. I don't get what they're going for. It's really a weird kind of contradiction. It's like, also, it just seems to me like it's something they're doing to get attention. They're trying to make a documentary, and it just sounds like an interesting story. And it honestly sounds like they're...
Of course they're trying to get attention. That's marketing. If you don't like marketing, then stop standing capitalism.
Trying to cash in on this polyamory trend a little bit.
It's not even a polyamory trend. Jeebus.
Like we've been saying from the beginning of this video, this polyamorous stuff has been trending. Not only do we have that story I talked about with the Florida people, there's also other videos we've covered. We had another example very similar to this actually on a BuzzFeed video we covered a few years back. BuzzFeed had a polyamory video where a couple tried an open relationship in BuzzFeed. They were like making a video about it. It actually ended really badly too, because the girl was like the one pushing for it, and she went and tried, and they both tried, and it turned out like the guy did a lot better job at dating again, and the girl couldn't find dates she liked, and she got jealous, and it just turned...
Yeah, that can happen. Like, it would be... I will be the first to admit that it would be infinitely easier for Raz to find another partner than me, because I'm butt fugly. So, yeah, that's a thing that can happen. It's a thing that happens a lot. What you learn when you're in a polyamorous relationship is how to deal with that in a healthy way. For instance, if you start feeling jealousy, sometimes that gets compounded with what's called compersion, where you feel happy that your partner is doing something with someone else, and you are happy seeing them happy. You feel their happiness there. It's a lot like empathy. That jealousy happens. And what you have to learn is how to deal with that in a way that is not harmful to you or your partner. You don't have to sit back and get angry at yourself, get angry with your partner. This is a thing that I dealt with before. There's ways to channel that are not bad. For instance, if you get very, very jealous when your partner goes and hangs out with their other partner, you might actually decide that that's the time that you need to go hang out with some of your friends. Go to a card shop, go to a bar, go to something that you enjoy doing yourself. And you might find that all that was really happening was you were jealous that your partner was out with their partner, but you were also letting yourself stew in that jealousy. You had the ability to do something positive about it. You're not ignoring the problem. You probably should have a conversation with your partner about your jealousy, why it exists, why it's manifesting. But there are things you can do to engage in that positively. Sometimes it even helps having a therapist that can help with that can give you advice on positive coping mechanisms that you can use if you are feeling those things like jealousy. And if you can't get over it, then it might be a good idea to let your partner know, hey, maybe polyamory isn't for us. We've tried it. It hurts me, so I don't want to be hurt. And you disengage from it. That's a healthy thing to do too. You just have to find a healthy way to manage it.
Turned into a mess. Like, that's another bad example, was that BuzzFeed one. I'll try and link some of these videos.
Imagine if every relationship style was held to the standard that it had to last for several years, else the relationship style was absolutely fucking discarded. Well, I can imagine what it's like being polyamorous. I'm told all the time that my relationship style is invalid, but, you know, monogamous people don't have to deal with that, apparently.
Below, if you want to catch up and get in on these old ones. They've been out for a while, but they're still good. And it's just related to this meme of like pushing polyamory in progressive liberal based media like E-News, like BuzzFeed, like Barcroft TV, and other people that have covered this. This is their goal, is to put that out there. And it's
their goal is to of course their goal is to put stuff out there. That's what you do when you make content, Brooks. You put stuff out there whenever you upload.
not the worst angle. I mean, if we didn't think about it a little bit, if you didn't have a little bit of class, I understand what they're pushing. They're pushing this to younger people.
If you didn't have a little bit of class, you'd push this to younger people? How does that work?
And it kind of sounds good at face value. You're like, oh, I could be married, but also have other relationships. Like I could get laid in other ways. Like, oh yeah, like especially if you're a dude, you're like, oh, I could sleep around. And we throw this polyamorous
That's not what polyamory means.
label on it and makes it sound okay. It makes it
That's not how that works, Brooks.
sound fancy even. You're like, oh, we're polyamorous. It sounds like we're like smart or some kind of other
What?
thing, like evolved or something is kind of how they want to pitch it to.
Is this anti-intellectualism pushing through on an anti-polyamory video? That's what it sounds like.
People, and I could see why that's enticing, but I strongly am against that kind of thing. Like I would never do it, not recommend it for anyone I know. It's up to you guys. Like I'm not saying I'm against people like this, but in my opinion, it really does sound like
if you're no, Brooks, this is a very important point. If you say I'm not against other people doing it, and then you go, I would never encourage someone to do it, I have problems with it, let me list all of my problems with it, then no, you're not okay with other people doing it. You say you are, but you're giving all the reasons why you don't. Let me give you an example of how this people have had to deal with this in the gay community, because I have friends where this has happened to, and I've actually had managers back at jobs I used to work at who gave me this reasoning before. Did a video on this 3 years ago. My manager, at one point, said that he had no problem with gay couples existing. And then, in the same breath, said that he didn't want his children seeing that gay couples exist. These are contradictory statements. If you do not want your children seeing it, then you think that there is something wrong with it and you don't want your children influenced by it. This is the same thing that you're doing here. You can go, I don't have a problem with polyamorous couples existing. I just don't think that anybody should be polyamorous. That's functionally what you're doing. It's speaking out of both sides of your mouth, and it's entirely disingenuous.
They're trying to cash in, and it's like they probably weren't even going to get married. They just said, hey, let's get engaged and then make this documentary.
Wait, are you trying to say that there's a conspiracy involved with their relationship now? Do you really have to pull that? Really? Really?
And, you know, because what's an engagement? I mean, engagement isn't really much. It's nice to have that commitment, but...
Engagement isn't much? Something tells me this man's never been engaged.
It's also just verbal. All you can maybe get someone your rings, but you're not even like signing a paper or officially getting married. Well,
your relationships aren't anything unless you're signing a paper or officially getting married, according to Brooks Heatherly.
while Zoe and Ollie may be in love as the preview touts, they are not exclusive. This is made abundantly clear as the trailer teases plenty of hookups, including the pair's first threesome. On why the twosome has chosen to explore polyamory, Ollie explains the idea is to highlight an alternative to monogamy, that you can have your cake and eat it too. Yet Ollie does warn that's how it started anyway. Although Ollie mentions insisting on some rules, he finds himself with a girlfriend as well as a fiance. Speaking for the traditional monogamists in the audience, Ollie's friend quips, "You got a fiance and you don't need a girlfriend." Well, yeah, that's a pretty good point.
No, it's not. That's not a pretty good point. If your relationship structure is one that allows for both, there's no reason that you can't have both if it is healthy to have both. Just as there's no reason for your girlfriend to only have you or your fiance to only have you. If the relationship structure that you two have agreed to that is healthy for both of you allows for another person there. That's not a good point, Brooks.
I think this is just kind of a silly idea. It's a cash grab, and it's part of this.
Of course, it's every piece of content that is produced on every platform that is monetized is by definition a cash grab. You grab cash from it. This is a nothing burger. Again,
Propaganda that's definitely out there. Like,
how
no
is
one
it
can
propaganda?
deny. There's a lot of stories like
dude.
this, a lot of glorifying of alternative relationships, and just kind of like dissing.
Where's the line between showcasing and glorifying? Please let me know.
The open, dissing the classic standard relationship, the marriage, and
how did they diss the classic standard relationship?
And raising kids in a partnership. Even if that partnership, it doesn't even have to be male or female. Like, we could even make the argument of male, female, female. I think the main point is two people committed to each other, no third, fourth, or fifth parties, just a one-on-one relationship, raising families, building society, bringing this country to a better place. And really,
so how does, okay, so this would mean that polyamorous people necessarily either are neutral in bringing the country to a better place or bring it to a worse place, because you've excluded them from the category of bringing them to a better place. Brooks, do you think these things through? Is that a thing you do? I don't think you do.
I think a lot of ways the polyamorous push is just a way to try to break down regular relationships, a way to split people up, keep us divided. Divide and conquer is a big liberal tactic. They also don't like strong relationships and marriage, because then people count on each other and they don't really need the government as much. They don't need Democrats.
Wait. How does any of that factor? What? How did we get here? How did we get here? What? Where did all of that come from? How did polyamorous relationships are now a part of a liberal propaganda push to split people up, even though necessarily if they're polyamorous, they are grouping together more? What? How? How did you get here? How did this, how? Somebody help this man. This man is living in a fantasy world. How did you get here? How did that happen? What? Polyamorous relationships are propaganda to split up America so that they need government assistance. That's That's your point? I want to die. This makes me want to die.
And their welfare and their free checks and all that stuff. So it's definitely part of their system. They like to reward people by being single. Single mothers get more welfare, things like that. And this is a way to kind of sabotage relationships and get them to fall apart in this kind of sidious propaganda style that's showing it as a positive thing, but really people don't realize it'll definitely come to backfire on them later on. The situation.
I'm broken. Brooks, you've made me a broken man. I'm completely and totally flabbergasted. How did it get to this point where you believe that the mere existence of another relationship style in media is necessarily propaganda meant to make people more, make it to where they require welfare checks and government assistance? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this video. I am absolutely, I'm done. I think we can end it on my existence is liberal propaganda to destroy America. I think that is functionally where we can end it, and I am comfortable. I'm comfortable ending it there. I just... If you enjoyed this video, if that was a thing you did, I don't know how you could, but if that was a thing you did enjoy, please, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. This channel will break you as much as it broke me. Description, there's stuff there. If you want to help me, support me, that's all stuff you can do. I just, you know what? Insert end of video tagline here. I'm done. I'm done. I don't have words. I just wiggle. Why? Why is that a thing? I made the mistake of not watching this video before starting the recording, okay? This was a fresh watch. I made the mistake of this being a fresh watch. And I only want to die a little bit. Yep. Sedark, I just saw your post. Hold on. I should only do fresh watches from now on, so it depends. It depends, Harper. Sometimes I want to do just fresh watches. Sometimes I want to dive into something after researching it a little bit. But just why? Just why? Hello, honey. Not right now. I just finished recording and I'm broken.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
throbbing,
The painkiller's starting to wear off.
and it's given a migraine that makes me.
Gotcha. So time to try to sleep through the pain, or lay down through the pain.
Sleep, but I am gonna make myself comfy. I've got some more gel in here. I'm also getting more and more difficult to talk because of the pain.
That's understandable.
So,
Okay. Level.
the other issue is that my feet aren't used to sitting evenly. So pushing some of the roots and is off that side of the already bending and bringing that.
I'd imagine so.
If I do have time to fall asleep, please wake me up at 7/8.
Okay.
I need to take my medicine.
Can do. Level. And you said soup was good?
I didn't like the extra cheese. It made it hard to eat because I was just trying to slurp it.
Oh.
And the cheese made it where, like,
So it should have just been only melted cheese. Okay. Fair enough.
the string cheese kind of in it, though, it made it difficult because I couldn't slurp.
Gotcha.
Because there was string cheese in there.
Gotcha. I'm sorry.
But it's okay. Now, if you want to add Velveeta, that's fine.
Because it won't.
It's string.
Yeah, I just figured because it was cheddar broccoli soup, I'd make you soup with cheddar in it, but no, it's not. No, it's not.
It's supposed to taste like cheddar, yes it is. It's an Americanized cheddar mixture.
All of my time working for Boar's Head is screaming no.
But just because it tastes doesn't mean it's not supposed to emulate cheddar. Okay?
No, we have fake cheese that emulates cheddar. I love you.
I wish you stopped calling me.
I am going to be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry that took so long. Had to actually make myself some soup because I realized that I would not feel great if I didn't grab some food. So we had a couple of super chats come in during all this. Paragon donated $3. No BS thinks SpongeBob pushes people living inside pineapples because it's on screen. Thank you very much for the $3 super chat, or the $3 Paragon. What? And Nathan Nostalgia super chatted $5. You've had a traumatic experience with this video. I hope that helps. No BS drained third of everything. Yeah, I'm drained. I'm gonna need a second before the next topic. I have some soup. And this soup is gonna carry me forward. The worst is over. Transformed wife shouldn't be too bad. Then you haven't seen Transformed Wife. Jackalope season doesn't exist. You have to have one first. I do not get it. You need something other for credit card for giving tips? I mean, you can use debit card. That's what I use. Anytime I'm doing super chats, I use debit. I have my PayPal card. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Lori. I'm going to hate every minute of it. Devoted follower of the unblinking Neko Goddess. What did you miss? Well, you don't want to know. We were told by no bullshit that polyamorous relationships are liberal propaganda to destroy the family unit and make people reliant on welfare checks. Said, you got a field mouse problem? Care to help? Is this a cat joke? Because if so, I'm watching you. Okay, is this soup edible yet? Ah, it is edible. Kind of. I have to get over the fact that I made a small skin of the soup. Okay. I'm going to consume this soup as quickly as I can, and then we're going to get into Transformed Wife. But is soup a sandwich? Yes. Soup is indeed a sandwich. Soup is definitely a sandwich. Check fan art channel. I'm scared. What am I gonna find in there? Hey! That's a blast from the past. Oz has made a crest. We have a crest. Said, how is soup a sandwich? Do I need to explain sandwich epistemology? When you dip soup, bread in soup, it's a sandwich? No. Soup is just a sandwich on its own. Here, let me explain. So a sandwich is defined by any amount of ingredients in between two slices of bread. But what constitutes ingredients? Well, it can be anything. You can have a bread sandwich. So we've nullified ingredients as needing to have any form other than air molecules, or molecules in general. So now we have the bread. But are there sandwiches made with other ingredients besides bread? Yes, there are sandwiches that are built differently than that. Are all sandwiches closed sandwiches? No, they're open sandwiches. Both subs are open sandwiches. So we know that they can be open. This means that things like pizza are a sandwich. But if the bread, if the thing that is wrapping around need not be strictly bread, then where do you draw the line? I personally choose to draw the line nowhere. Meaning that anything that sandwiches anything can be a sandwich. Hell, Jill Valentine being crushed between the floor and ceiling is a Jill sandwich. So if that is a sandwich, then we know that anything, rock, solid, what have you, can be a sandwich. I see no reason to define the molecules of that sandwich any differently than I define the molecules of pavement or anything else. This makes the road a sandwich. But if air molecules count as well, which I believe they do, then even air is a sandwich. You breathe sandwiches. Thousands of them. Everything is a sandwich. Everything. Yes, Alex, the White House is the sandwich. Is your skin the bread and your blood bones are the sandwich? Yes. Is a single molecule a sandwich? Yes. Because the quarks are multiple. For you to find something that is not a sandwich, you may have to go all the way down to the quantum level, and even then, we don't know if we might find more sandwiches beyond the veil. Are sandwiches sandwiches? Yes. An atom can be broken, Alex. And when we break that atom, we find that nuclear bombs are sandwiches. We can split that atom in half. Did you just come back in time for service combat? I've been here for a little bit. Trying to ingest some soup real quick. Soup is a sandwich with the bowl is edible? Okay, but define edible, because I can eat ceramics. It's just not advised to. If you're on a beach of sandwiches and everything in the world is sandwiches, how can you tell a sandwich from not a sandwich? Well, you can't. It's impossible. Stop engaging in slippery slope fallacy over what constitutes a sandwich. Nope. At the end of the day, sandwich is a social construction we have added to a singular food. And there is no reason that it cannot be constructed elsewise. It's not a slippery slope fallacy, it's an epistemology called sandwich absurdism. Meaning of life equals a sandwich. Yes, the meaning of life is a sandwich. 100%, you are correct. I am a sandwich, yes. Hold on. Give me a second. I will do you all... I will do you a giant favor. Just trust me. I will make this very easy. I will draw a diagram for you that will explain this concept in detail. Okay? One sec. New. Do. Da 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 da. This could take a second. Do. Listen to the lovely soundtrack of Banjo-Kazooie while I handle drawing this very complicated but very important diagram for the purposes of this conversation. Trust me, this will make everything all come together. It's just gonna take me a minute. Because it turns out I'm not a good artist. Do. Okay. Almost. We're almost there. It's all coming together now. Wasn't aware I was missing a piece here. Give me a second. I will fix that clerical error. There we go. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Okay, and where is... Sorry it's taken me so long to finish this. It will be done very soon. You're almost there. There we go. Okay. Here. This explains sandwich absurdism. There you are. This explains it all. You just, give that sandwich a drop shadow. There you go. There you are. You understand now. You have to understand. Dumb thing, isn't one of Cyrus's things pragmatism? I don't understand how sandwich absurdism is pragmatic. You see, it is pragmatic to view everything as a sandwich because life is much more simple that way. And a simplified life is much easier to navigate. Here we are. Now everyone will understand. There's no ambiguity now. There we go. How does this apply to immaterial things? Do immaterial things exist? Then they are sandwiches. That's okay. If any of you were on Twitter, retweet if you're a sandwich. I like my own post. I'm cringe like that. Why not? There. I will be the cringy social media guy. There you go. Thoughts can be sandwiches. There we are. Everybody gets to suffer along with me now. We did it. We've defined the sandwich accurately. The world needs to know that everything's a sandwich. It simplifies things. The walls of ice around the flat Earth kept everything fresh. Do-do. Somehow the Banjo-Kazooie music is fitting. Do 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 do. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Apparently I'm a sandwich. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that at all. I want to see someone understand that without context. Okay. Easy. Gruntilda's the leader of the child-napping deep state witches. I could agree with that. But sushi isn't a sandwich. Sushi is definitely a sandwich. Ah, but now I could go for sushi. I could easily go for sushi now. Okay, so I'm just about done with my soup. Tomato soup is really good. Remy Cat, why go for sushi if you have a sandwich? They're both sandwiches. Well, yes, but they might taste different. Different sandwiches can taste different. I wish I'd had the time to make a grilled cheese with this tomato soup. That would have been great. Someone gets a notification. Oh, Sarah's tweet. It's his tweet. God damn it, he's watching No BS again. Yep. Is dirt in and of itself a sandwich? Yes. Yes. Wingstop's doing a weird hybrid lemon garlic flavor. Ooh, I'll have to try that out. Would IRL service look better with cat ears or breasts? He only gets one. I'll take the cat ears. I'll take those. Thoughts on Tim Allen's conservatism? I find it mildly toxic. It's like that friendly dad kind of toxic, where they say things that they think are well-meaning and they just end up hurting people. That's Tim. Thoughts on Chuck Norris's conservatism? Equally toxic, though I'm less familiar with his. You're not a sandwich, you're a meat popsicle? Lies. You're a sandwich. Everything and everyone, they're all sandwiches. All of it. If you exist, don't exist, you're a sandwich. The cosmos is a giant sandwich, and in it are many, many sandwiches. It's the Clud of the Unblinking Sandwich. There you go. You're also not a sandwich, you're a meat suit. Well, yeah, but the meat suit is made of sandwiches, so, you know, what are you gonna do? I sometimes wonder what the future would think of when digging through the fossils of our present. Well, they would certainly find my epistemology completely and totally broken. So, you know. You know. At least I figured out how to frown. Careful what you say, sir, so maybe aliens that want to put humans into a big old mass. 2 for the bread, 1 for the meat, and 1 is cheese. David says, I think you misunderstand sandwich absurdism. David, I wrote the book on sandwich absurdism. I misunderstand nothing. Dix, you've walked into a sandwich. That's what you did. When is a sandwich not a sandwich? When pie. Just kidding, it's still a sandwich. Oz, the only question I'm begging is when can I have a sandwich?
This is a sandwich. Hold
on.
So's this. Here's another sandwich. All sandwiches have starch on top and bottom. It's the cube rule of food. If food only has starch on the bottom, that's toast. Obviously this is toast, but so's this and this. Apple crisp? That's just toast with the jam side down. Let's review. This is toast and this is a sandwich. A hot dog's a sandwich, right? Wrong! It's a taco because it has starch on 3 sides. So this is a taco and that's a taco. 4 sides of starch make food a sushi. Sushi. That's hard to say. And if there's starch on 5 sides, that's a quiche. Here's a quiche, there's a quiche, everywhere a quiche. Finally, we come to the calzone. Obviously, this is a calzone, but so are these. Don't forget the sweet calzone, creamy calzone, carnival calzone, and the Colonel Sanders calzone. That's right, fried chicken is a calzone. There are exceptions, like the salads. These are salads. And steak is a salad. Then there's the cakes. Lasagna's a beefcake. And so's this guy. Total beefcake. Visualize your sandwiches and anything else with Lucid Chart.
They're wrong. How could they have possibly gotten it all wrong? Everything they named is a sandwich, and yet they kept calling it different things that are also sandwiches. How could they have gotten it all wrong? Every bit of it. All incorrect. I feel lied to. These people do not represent me or my epistemology. Is this the same channel that made the Sneck video? I think so. Hold on. Yep. Yes, it is.
This is a snack. If you're afraid of snacks, then it's a nope rope. Like if you go to the bathroom and you see this, nope rope. And if a nope rope has poisonous venom, then it's a danger noodle, like the shake snake and the cobra. Do not boop, or you will get the hurt juice. But if you love the snacks, then it's a boop noodle. Look at that cute snoot. Deserves a boop. Snacks also have peepers, noodle necks, smelly flickers, and nom-nom seekers. Those are for finding cheese boys. Other names for nope ropes are slippery tube dudes, hazard spaghetti, spicy noodles, caution ramen, and murder spagurter. Whatever you call them, just remember, no step on snack. There are many kinds of snacks, like Big Thick Boy, Slim Boy, also known as the Judgmental Shoelace, Original Snack, Uggo But Still Levo Snack, and Screaming Worm Boy. And can't forget the lovely noodle ball. Look at that little pupper face. Noodles have many activities. Snacks eat snacks, ropes do scopes, when they're tired, they do a yawn. Sometimes snacks wear a sweater, and if you're lucky, they'll wear a hat. Top hat, party hat, this hat, that hat, wizard hat. Visualize your snacks and anything else with Lucid Chart.
Just a giant thing. Yep. They're the people who made the spider
This
one
is a
too.
nope, because when you see one, it's like, nope, nope, I don't need to go to the bathroom anymore. Oh, heck nope. But some nopes are cute nopes, also known as less nopey nopes, or spooters. Check out this baby spooter. Cute nopes are sometimes doing a curious. This one's wearing a water hat, this one's a floofy nope, and this one's a... You thought it was nope, but actually it's a pupper. Bamboozled again. If you know your nope anatomy, nopes are less scary. They've got these lovely lashes, and a whole bunch of blinkies. These are their scuttlers, and sort of similar but kind of different are their nom-nom wigglers. Those are for eating flies, or moths, or holy heck, that one caught a snack. Nope, not gonna sleep tonight. Back to anatomy, a very important part of the nope is the silk skeeter, which is located on the greater fuzzbum region. Some nopes have fancy fuzzbums, like the Happy Fanny, Skeletor, and Jason. Mr. T has an especially fuzzy fuzzbum. This one's just an overachiever. And maybe don't get too close to the danger bow tie. The naming of the nope led to the naming of related nopes, like the nope rope nope, and the nopelope. Visualize your nopes and anything else with Lucid Chart.
Okay. Well, that's clear. Everything is not a sandwich, everything is an ad. Question, do you listen to light novel audiobooks? I listen to audiobooks, but not strictly light novels. Just got here. Is that Banjo-Kazooie music I hear? Yes! Yes, it is. Okay. Now that we've gotten sandwich absurdism out of the way, we can get into... You guys are gonna make me do it. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to drink soda. Delicious drink put in my mouth. Makes me feel better. All right. Alrighty. Should you ask if I watched the thing you told me to watch? What thing did you tell me to watch? When did you tell me to watch a thing? When? When? There we go. When? So much easier to do it with the other eye. It's in your DMs. I don't have DMs. Who the fuck DMs me? Can't help you, bud. I don't know what a DM is. It's Banjo-Kazooie because QAnon is gone. Only the Baron Bird can save our children from the cabal of witches. Alright. The DM is a private sandwich. Oh. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can accept that. But privacy is a sandwich. Okay. Okay. I don't know if they have a fair video. You can go check. Does the loss of QAnon mean that we get Glenn Beck and the Tea Party back? I feel very sluggish now. Now that I've had a bowl of tomato soup, I feel very sluggish. Should I? Should I feel sluggish? Don't know. Not sure how to feel about that. Okay. That felt better. What does the P stand for in PM? Oh, well, sandwich. Duh. Okay. I already had coffee before starting this. It's how I got the energy to do this. I don't want to cover Lori Alexander. I don't. Not at all. But apparently, this person thinks, for some reason, that wearing a mask can cause cancer. That putting an article of clothing on top of your face can cause cancer. She says it's unnatural for us to breathe our own breath. Little does she know, O2 levels don't freaking change. But okay. Let's go ahead and at least accept for a moment the strangeness that is Lori Alexander. Let's go ahead and see what the transform wife has to say about us harming our immune systems. Let's go ahead and see. Lori Alexander tells us, the thing people have been forced to do, or are willingly choosing to do, to fight the virus, are counterproductive in many ways. The way that we fight viruses, illnesses, and diseases is through our immune system. Slathering toxic hand sanitizers all over us, spraying everything with toxic disinfectants, and wearing masks are counterproductive to having strong and healthy immune systems. So, there is a microcosm, a tiny bit of truth to this, the smallest bit. And that is that overuse of hand sanitizer can actually prevent your body from having the microbiome of bacteria on it that it can use to stop viruses. As an example, viruses and bacteria are natural enemies. In fact, one of the ways that we have found to attack bacteria without antibiotics is by the use of bacteriophages. When you are looking at viruses and bacteria, you can use one to protect against the other. So there is a tiny kernel of truth here, but it's minuscule. Because the reality is that if I touch something that has the virus, chances are I'm going to end up touching my face before the microbiome in my hand destroys whatever I've touched. Whereas sanitizing my hand will destroy everything, and that will functionally solve this problem. I like the toxic hand sanitizers being put all over us. Toxic disinfectants. It's like, yeah, of course some of this stuff is toxic. If you eat it, if you consume it, yeah. That doesn't suddenly make it counterproductive. Like, having a strong and healthy immune system is not going to be changed functionally if you disinfect your house. Especially if you only disinfect it for the amount of time required for the pandemic to ease up. That's not going to destroy your immune system. This is the same thing that anti-vaxxers say when they go, I don't need a vaccine. I have an immune system. Ignoring the fact that the vaccine works with your immune system. That's how it utilizes that to work. That's exactly what it does. So, because the entire mask-wearing thing seemed wrong to me. How can breathing in one's own breath be healthy? Well, you don't really breathe in your own breath. Not really. Yeah, things get a little warmer because there is still some CO2 out there, but it's you're still breathing in mostly oxygen. You're breathing in mostly more new air. She then goes, now there is proof that it is unhealthy. Wearing masks can actually cause lung cancer. According to this article in geopolitic.org, long-term mask use may contribute to advanced stages of lung cancer. Oh? Well, let's take a look. First of all, let's go ahead and see what their record is here. So, Geopolitics Alert, if that is this, I believe, said Geopolitic News. That is not the same thing. Geopolitic News. Okay, so I'm not finding Geopolitic News. I'm only seeing Geopolitical Monitor, which is not this. This is geopolitic.org. I'm not seeing anything on this particular website. I have no way of verifying what this website is working with. I don't know what their biases are. I'm apparently not able to find out. Also, may contribute doesn't equal cause. These are not the same thing. Wearing masks can actually cause lung cancer, and long-term mask use may contribute to advanced stage lung cancer. These are not the same sentences. A recent study in the Journal of Cancer Discovery found that inhalation of harmful microbes can contribute to advanced stage lung cancer in adults. Long-term use of face masks may help breed these dangerous pathogens. Microbiologists agree that frequent mask wearing creates a moist environment in which microbes are allowed to grow and proliferate before entering the lungs. These foreign microbes can then travel down the trachea and into two tubes called the bronchi until they reach small air sacs covered in blood vessels called alveoli. Okay. But even then, by this logic, doctors shouldn't wear masks. Moreover, if you don't wear a mask when you're inside and when you go out and wear a mask, you specifically make sure that you are putting it on and then washing it when you get home. Doesn't that help a lot in this particular scenario? Given the results of our studies, it's possible that changes to the lung microbiome could be used as a biomarker to predict prognosis or to stratify patients for treatments. Okay. But none of this says what Lori is saying. She's saying wearing masks can cause lung cancer. But what's actually causing the lungs to even have an issue in the first place is strictly having a moist environment that you're breathing in. You're not breathing in your own air. You're creating a moist environment where a microbiome is being created, and you're breathing in those. That's why you're supposed to sterilize your mask. Wash it. Do shit with it. Don't just let the mask sit on your face forever and do nothing. This is here, as more evidence emerges pertaining to the long-term effects of mask mandates and lockdowns, doctors and scientists are beginning to reconsider whether these authoritarian measures really are doing more harm than good. Oh, wait, hold on. That's starting to sound a little bit like political spin. I'm not saying that it is or isn't, but that sounds like political spin. In a recent working paper by researchers at Harvard, Duke, Johns Hopkins Universities, academics concluded that for the overall population, the increase in the death rate following COVID-19 panic implies a staggering 0.89 to 1.37 million excess deaths over the next 15 and 20 years, respectively. Since forced mask wearing began, dermatologists have coined the term maskne to describe an onset of pimples near the mouth caused by mask clogging up pores with oil and bacteria. This can be caused by either disposable or cloth masks. Well, that's mostly being caused by masks that are not being worn for their intended amount of time. If you are washing your masks, this doesn't happen anywhere near as often. Dentists have been warning about a phenomenon known as mask mouth, in which patients are arriving back to dentals with an increase in gingivitis and tooth decay as high as 50% in a period just a few months since mask mandates began. The discovery sheds light on the growing evidence of harm caused by long-term mask wearing. Okay, so that's the political spin. And here we have the actual study here. We have the may contribute to advanced stage lung cancer. What else does Lori have to say about that? Because while it is nice that we are finding that there are some negatives to wearing masks all the time, constantly, there is the question of, is that worse than COVID? Is that worse than the long-term effects of COVID? The last website we saw, I could not find their actual bias by putting them through a checker, but typically whenever I hear authoritarian measures on a website, usually that's a more right-wing website. Usually. Could be wrong. But what else does Lori have to say here? She has the quote here, while analyzing the lung microbes of 83 untreated adults with lung cancer. Wait. They already had lung cancer, though. They already had it. Lori says, according to the findings, mask wearing can also cause gingivitis and tooth decay. Well, again, we did find that later in that article, but it said that there was an increase. It increases it, not causes it. All the factors were already there. The mask just magnified that. And then, of course, she gives her own. Many seem to have lost all common sense these days. They're more fearful of a virus, which is 99.8% non-lethal. But again, Lori, you know that COVID, it's not the lethality of COVID that's the problem. I mean, that is a problem, especially if you're elderly. It's the fact that COVID can actually lead to long-term side effects, like lung scarring. I actually have friends who have issues with this right now. That's why I said, which of these are worse? Then points out that it's unhealthy for children to wear masks, too. Well, what is she linking for that? Deep roots at home. Do face masks pose a serious risk for children to be healthy? Please don't keep a face mask on your kids. My nephew went to get tubes in his ears that mandated in the hospital. He wore a mask, 2 layers of woven fabric. They couldn't get his O2 stats over 87. They were bouncing from 80 to 87. Anything below 90 requires oxygen. Wait. But I'm like 95% certain that I've seen people actually do O2 tests and find that they were consistently still fine, even when wearing masks. What? Okay. Then Lori says, I live near the ocean. Every Saturday we go for a walk near the ocean. It's amazing how many people who are running there and even riding their bikes are wearing masks. Even those just taking brisk walks are wearing them. What do they think is going to happen? Do they think the virus is floating in the air and going to go up their nose and their mouth so they don't wear a mask? That's not... Oh, okay, so Lori doesn't know what a mask does. All this time, and you still don't know what a mask does. Lori, a mask is not to protect yourself. The mask does not protect you. That is not its job. The job of the mask is to protect other people. If I... How many times am I going to have to use this comparison? Okay, breathing, if you have COVID and you're breathing, you're about to cough, or even just breathing in general, it's going to come through the water droplets in your saliva. Let's go ahead and liken this to sharting. If I'm going to shart, there's nothing you can do to stop it. And I'm about to shart on you. There's nothing you can do to stop it. If you're wearing pants over your face, the likelihood of you getting some on your skin is lowered, but it's not impossible, and it's still gross. But if I'm wearing pants, the likelihood the shart stays in my pants is pretty high. Very, very likely it stays in my pants, and while it's gross and while it's horrible, you're not having to deal with it. That's what the mask does. It captures the water droplets from your breath, from your coughing, from your sneezing, and those are the things that the virus actually clings onto in order to transfer. That's how that works. And I don't know how many times I have to use the shard analogy for people to understand that that's what they do. She then goes to say that we must stop believing the fear-mongering and just go along with the flow. It's stupidity. And no, it has nothing to do with loving our neighbor if we wear a mask. This has become a way to manipulate the masses. People now don't look at each other. They walk as far away as possible to avoid one another. They scold those not wearing masks. Masks have made people despise each other. There's nothing loving about them. So, if you are the asshole who's not wearing a mask, and you are the one who is breathing all over me and my shit, of course I'm going to tell you to leave me the hell alone. I'm going to tell you to back away. You're being the asshole. It's not on me to be loving towards you. She goes, here's the post I wrote a year ago on living a cancer-free lifestyle. It has a lot of great recommendations in it that will help build up your immune system. Is it a guarantee you won't get cancer? No, since there's no guarantees in life, except for eternal life with Jesus Christ for all those who believe in him. But we do our best. Okay, Lori, look, I understand. I'm not going to click this article because I have a feeling I'm going to find woo in there. I'm like 95% certain I'm going to find woo in there. But Lori, I have to ask. I really do have to ask. What do you think is being accomplished by an article like this? First of all, you said in the article that wearing a mask causes lung cancer. And when I looked at the data, while it did show, I did it on this video, it did show that there are complications that come with over-wearing of a mask. There are issues that come with it. Having a more moist environment around the mouth constantly can cause issues. I can agree to that, because when I looked up the study, that's what it said. You know what it didn't say, though? It didn't say that the mask wearing caused cancer. That's not what it said. And the fact that you wrote that as your article's name is honestly kind of gross. But I'm used to the articles that I read on your website being kind of gross or absolutely horrifying. Both your videos and your articles always have this incredibly pro-patriarchal, Christian-dominated narrative. And I'm just not about that. But with all that said, what did you guys think? At the very least, we did learn that, yeah, there are some complications that come from wearing the masks. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with learning that. Doesn't change the reality of our current situation of trying to eliminate COVID. Because at the end of the day, while gingivitis and other things are issues that we already have to deal with, and dealing with them more often is a bad thing, there's a difference between allowing a strain of a virus to mutate more often and more easily, and dealing with more magnified versions of what we already dealt with before. At least that's my take. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Please go ahead and check the description and see if there's any way you'd like to support my channel, if that's a thing you'd like to do. Subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, everyone, insert end of video tagline here. Woo. Fucking hell. Wait, sir, says Bullwinkle? Maybe, but I can't find Rocky. Those complications can be dealt with by just washing the masks. From what I understand, yeah, for the most part. The study was also on a conspiracy pseudoscience site. If it's, I don't know if it's a conspiracy pseudoscience site. I looked and tried to see. I looked and tried to find out about the site, but I couldn't. You'd be so mad by the end of these. I mean, to an extent, I am. But at the same time, I just am not now. Over time, you just kind of develop a skin. Am I a very jaded person? Yes. And it is by being such a jaded person that I'm able to maintain my happiness during all of this. And that's the thing that saves my life. Loracle isn't the pinnacle of cleanliness and good health, only washes herself once a week in beef broth and uses pig grease as a lotion. What? That's new. What? No, wait. Renita, what? Explain.
Wandering, just pacing out the woods. And then a few hours later, that's gonna be a very long time.
Global research showed up on media bias as tinfoil hat levels of conspiracy. Oh. Well then. Is this Banjo-Kazooie? Yes! Yes, it is. Do.
So I will absolutely go back to something because it's a beautiful game. I love the game. I haven't ever seen anything like it.
Hold on a second. My brain. Is Kazooie Banjo Man? What? So I was right when I said Lori is a moldy sandwich. Yes. You were. What kind of sandwich is Kevin Sorbo? An unfortunate sandwich. Very unfortunate. Okay. That said, who's ready to dive into the next topic? Because I'm ready to dive into the next topic and hurt myself. At least that's what I think is going to happen. Kazooie is Banjo's Phantom Pain. One of your family members appears to have joined Parlor. Oh dear. Oh dear. So how'd the transformed wife go? Ha! Do. I'm gonna pop off again. See you, Orla. Okay. Yeah, I'm for some reason just running out of energy. I think it's because the only thing I've eaten is that soup. I had breakfast earlier, but like that was 8 hours ago. I had that at 8:30. Oh Jesus, yeah, that was 8 hours ago. Maybe that's why? Well, shit. Well, I still got another topic to go before I can do that, so. And I ate soup. That should help. Like, I should be fine, I believe. Drink some water? I will drink. I don't think I need sugar. I don't think it's that. No, I think I know what it is. I really think that it's that I need to have something solid. So I'm going to order something solid. At least I think. DoorDash, please give me good food. I wish to have it. I wish to have food in my stomach, please. Order a sandwich? Well, anything I order will be a sandwich. Literally anything I order will be a sandwich. You know, I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be right back. I'm not gonna order anything. I will be right back. I've solved my food dilemma. Rather, in 10 minutes, my food dilemma will be solved. Oh my god, I cannot. Also, we just got a bunch of new subs. Pedro, Bruh, Kate, Katie Bear, Philip, and Kevin. Thank you all for subscribing. Holy shit. Jesus, Growly. Hold on. Hold on, Growly. Whoop, there we go. Growlith! Growly, baby. Come here. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on! Ah! There you go. That pet cam's useful. It really is. She's so big. She is a large girl. Very large. Also, very important.
How you win the game is fine.
Guys, I need you to do me a huge favor. In 1 minute and 20 seconds, I need y'all to go to this link and bombard this man with follows. In 1 minute and 20 seconds. Wait for him to be live, like live. And then just... I want to see a cascade of followers there. What's the music you're using here? Is that a thing? That a thing y'all can do? So, Wayne is Boss does video game content on his Twitch. He does mostly playthroughs, but over on his YouTube channel, well, he does reviews of obscure games, Spider-Man stuff, Sonic stuff, Metroid stuff. Today, he's going to be watching the Nintendo Direct when it goes live. Hold on. No audio.
Mike was muted, sorry about that.
There you go.
Oh, wow, thank you for the,
He's hearing himself. That's funny. I know that mistake.
Sorry. Running into some weird, okay, got the audio stuff mixed up. Is that better? I think we got it figured out. All right. Oh wow. Hi, people. Is this Cirrus? Is this Cirrus's doing?
He
There's so many
knows.
people I don't recognize.
He
Welcome,
knows.
everybody. Thank you so much for
He's caught
all the
on.
follows and stuff.
He knows.
Sorry, is my voice coming through now?
He knows.
I hope so.
He knew it was coming. Aha!
Let me.
That's funny.
1 second. Here, just kind of help even out the lighting a little bit. As you can tell, I don't do a whole lot of streaming, so a lot of this I'm still trying to figure some of this out. The unblinking one. What is the unblinking one?
Oh God!
What is this?
Oh God! He
I
needs
don't
me
understand
to.
what the unblinking thing is.
Oh God!
Um,
Oh God! We might have to actually explain that. Oh
the
no!
unblinking army. Okay, so I guess we're just kind of waiting right now until the stream begins. Yeah. I don't know what the unblinking one is.
This is funny.
Oh no. Well, I think I'll put it together at some point. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. All of these new people that I'm seeing starting to pour in. Thank you so much. I'm DIY Patrick 64.
He's not
and
even.
also,
He's not even
Yetero?
able to
Yetero?
respond.
Yeah, no, I'm very sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the names coming in.
You will not be able to.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, this is already a bigger turnout than I was expecting.
You will not be able to.
We're just gonna go ahead and start getting prepped up for everything. I hope the music isn't too loud. I just wanted some kind of low in the background while we wait. I'm joined by my co-host. This is Octover the Octorock.
We did it.
My roommate just bought him for me.
Do me a huge favor.
From Target today, and I love him. He's very soft. He is so squishy, and he is the best. I thought it would help to have some Zelda luck going into this. So I guess that's probably the first question. What is something that you guys want to see out of the Nintendo Direct? Personally, I want Zelda and Metroid. Anything Zelda and Metroid related. Best case scenario for me is to see Majora's Mask make it to the Switch in some form or fashion. I don't know how likely that is though, so we'll see. But yeah, what is something that you guys want to see? Oh, what was this? Oh, hey! Thank you for the I think that's somebody hosting. Oh, thank you. Oh, and thank you, Cirrus the Skeptic, for subbing. Cirrus is a really cool guy. We've been chatting back and forth for a while now. So he's a good friend. And I so appreciate his undying support in my crazy endeavors. Also, yes, more short-haired Zelda for fan art. Short-haired Zelda is one of the best things that they're doing with the sequel.
There we go. And I've just gifted Tier 1 subscriptions to people as well.
Short-haired Wayne for fan art.
There we go.
Oh yeah, Justin.
I just gifted a bunch of subscriptions.
You kind of dipped out for a little while there, so it's good to see you again.
He's getting
it was all for
screwed
a joke, but I did end up.
He's getting overwhelmed. It's kind of funny.
There.
I'm doing this because I
The
can't
music is
start
coming off really loud
until
on
my thing is done. My food is done.
I don't know about for you guys.
Hello.
I think Hades was the last stream that I've done. I need to get back on.
Since all the avatar
streaming.
again. It's Kitty. Where is
So,
Puppy?
Hopefully, yeah. Ganondorf in the new
Puppy's on the
trailer.
bed.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah. I figured that the mass amount of new people we're all Cirrus is doing. I would not be shocked if we've already reached above 100 followers on the Twitch channel now. Thank you guys so much. I can't keep up with how many names keep popping up. I was not prepared for this.
It's funny.
Let's see.
This is the best type of trolling. Yes.
You weren't in the Hades one? Oh shoot! I think I did
This
some
is
Miles
this is the kind of
Morales,
trolling that I
and
like to do.
I did Katamari reroll. I think a little bit before that. The unblinking. Yeah, seriously, you're gonna have to explain the whole unblinking, the unblinking thing to me, because I have no idea what this is about. Yeah, Katamari was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Katamari.
I'm gonna have to send him. I'm gonna have to send him
Yeah, I'm glad that you were here for the PS5 launch.
something for that. Hold on.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen you in a couple of the streams. I've known you were here. What is the hype train incoming thing? Oh man, I feel like I'm slowly learning new things about Twitch. Not slowly, very
Give me a
quickly
sec.
learning a bunch of things about Twitch that I had never known about before because there's a lot happening right now I'm not familiar with. Because I'm getting subs. Oh man. Oh man. Y'all are subbing to me. Oh, okay. When Cirrus AFKs, his VTuber avatar stares at the screen. That guy. Oh, that's great. I like that. All right, so now I'm in on the unblinking one joke. No, that's fantastic. Also, amazing work on the VTuber avatar. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Massive props to whoever it is that you hired to work on the 3D model for the, if that is a 3D model. That honestly could be like a 2.5D model. That's super cool. I've got a little background in animation, like modeling and rigging myself, so it's like I can definitely appreciate the amount of work that's gone into that. It looks fantastic. Yeah. Oh man, so got people. So many people incoming. Well, I hope that I'm actually going to keep you guys entertained during all of this. Let's see. The Spear Hunter is live. Oh man, Spear Hunter is also very cool. But I can't go watch Spear Hunter's stream. I actually have to do a stream now. You know, this is actually a good incentive now that I've got so many people like following and subscribing and everything. I'm gonna have to start streaming more often, so I'm gonna have to start picking out a couple of games that I want to mess around with on stream.
Force him to stream.
Probably not games that I'm just gonna be like blitzing through the entire time. Like when Doom Eternal and Final Fantasy VII Remake came out last year, I played through those games in their entirety. So I
give me a second. I need to send in.
So you know, those were long stream sessions. I'm probably not going to be doing that for like every stream from now on. I had more free time then. I don't have that now. I'm moving up in management at work and everything. It's like between that and then all the work that I'm putting into YouTube these days, don't have the time for it. Also, do you see that? The thing kind of glitched out for a second there. 2D with certain layers done. Yeah. I was thinking it may be a 2D thing. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh man, I'm getting notifications on my phone too. Thank you guys so much. Now this made my day. It's an amazing amount of just support right off the bat here. Man, y'all don't even know if I'm good at streaming yet. Spoiler alert, I'm not. But I really do appreciate just how much everybody's jumping in for this. I'm not sure how most people usually set up their streams like this. Again, I'm kind of inexperienced. I'm just kind of like doing
here we go.
Like a screen capture of my center monitor, and just full screening the Nintendo Direct thing. Oh, Dr. Cullen PhD
here we
just
go.
Went live. Also a good friend. Also recommend Dr. Cullen PhD.
There we are.
Guy.
I just sent him.
Actually just streaming. We were playing Super Mario 3D World last night. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. The Final Fantasy VII Remake stream was fantastic. I had so much fun doing that. That was also when like the pandemic had first begun, and our stores were actually closed for a little while. And so I was able to like actually I had time, so I could just sit down and binge a ton of Final Fantasy. So
there we go.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Cirrus. Yeah, they brought me up to speed, and I saw your message. No, that's really funny.
Okay, he understands
see.
now.
Sorry, let me go ahead and try to get caught back up with chat. Everyone starts from somewhere. I enjoy your stuff already, so this is more reason to watch. Oh, well, thank you so much, Yoko. I'm always trying to improve my work either on stream or on YouTube. I'm enjoying working on these Marvel Ultimate Alliance game reviews right now. I have so many like mixed feelings about the games, but that's kind of the most
Somebody
fun
just followed
part
me.
about like
dear.
actually getting
That
to create
Let me fix
videos
that.
is like when you've got so many different ideas in your head
Open
towards
volume
something.
mixer.
Trying to find the best way to convey all
Drop
of that
that down a little bit.
is a fun little puzzle. It's an
There we go.
interesting process, and so.
Okay.
Oh man, let's see. We got a level 2 hype train emote. Ah man, thank you guys. Oh wow. Oh well, hey man. No, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're feeling better. I'm glad that you were able to stop by the stream. Yeah, sorry if I'm not the best at keeping in touch with everybody. I'm very busy and I'm terrible at keeping in touch. But yeah, man, yeah, have a good day at work. Yeah, that hype train is really going. Everyone in chat, click on a Klonoa video. The Klonoa videos, actually, I'm glad you brought those up, Justin. I was looking back over some of the stuff that I worked on last year. The Klonoa stuff was probably some of my favorite stuff to work on. I think that was last year. It's hard to tell. The days are blurring together. I did really enjoy working on the Klonoa videos. If you don't know what Klonoa is, great little 2.5D.
Okay. I'm gonna lurk on his stream.
That's a franchise that I'm hoping comes. Actually, kind of hoping we'll see something about Klonoa.
Okay. So we've got the parlor stuff to dig into. Yeah, Wayne's really quiet right now because I've made him quiet. Why is it not grabbing? There we go. Needed to grab my face. Got it. Got it. Okay. So we've got 15 minutes until the Nintendo Direct starts. We've got two options. Either I can try to blitz through the Parlor episode in 15 minutes, or we save Parlor for tomorrow, and we just kind of chill out with Wayne for a little bit while we're waiting for the Nintendo Direct. What do you guys think? We've got 1 vote for Parlor now, 2 votes for saving Parlor. Asmodeus says saving Parlor. That's the other thing. Is I need to eat, and I'm eating right now. I got... Here. Let me turn on the pet cam real quick. Whoop. Chicken tenders. I made some chicken tenders in the air fryer real quick. Okay, so we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna chill and hang out on Wayne's stream for a little bit.
Oh man, so we got another 15 minutes to go. Anyone have any last-minute predictions going into this Nintendo Direct? We know they're talking about Smash Brothers, so we'll see a reveal for a new character somewhere in here. I have no idea who they're gonna have this time. There's a lot of speculation that it's gonna be Dr. Eggman. Oh man, let's see. What? Hey, thank you for the cheer. Thank
Here we go.
Let's see. What character would you like to smash? It was absolutely impossible. Personally, I'd love Sackboy or Paw Rappa the Rapper. Those would be fantastic. My personal pick, if like for like an impossible Smash Brothers character, would be Klonoa. I would love to see Klonoa in Smash. It's not gonna happen, and I feel like if Klonoa were like a Smash character, there would be so much disappointment from so many people who have absolutely no idea who that character is. And you have a lot of people that are just like, oh, well, this is a wasted slot. Nobody even knows what this stupid little rabbit thing is.
Starting to the dizzy, so you're gonna take a nap. Gotcha.
So that's just my personal, like, I would really like to see.
Very bothered when you tagged the, when I tagged you in your Godless Cranium post?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Related. And literally anything Metroid related, I want to see. Let's see, one Smash character, predict Pokemon DLC, and Breath of the Wild 2 info, and maybe a brief mention of Metroid Prime 4 something. Again, yeah, really hoping for Metroid Prime 4. Although, I gotta say, if we're talking Metroid news, I think Metroid Prime 4 might still be a little ways off. I feel like the more likely scenario is that we're going to get, like, Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Switch. I know people have been talking about that a lot. I know that that's something that gets circulated around. I think it's likely. They have to overcome a lot of hurdles when it comes to porting Metroid Prime 3. That's the game that definitely has the most you have to overcome when porting that over from the Wii system. because you could easily go back to the default controls, or even an enhanced like twin stick control for Metroid Prime 1 and 2. It's 3 that you would have to worry about. I'm hoping for Metroid Prime Trilogy. I would love that so much. I mean, Mario and Zelda are celebrating their birthdays this year. So is Metroid.
Sir, it should be a
and
Smash
Metroid
Brothers character.
always
That'd be
gets the
funny.
shaft. So it's like
Not gonna happen, but
actually, those were also some of my favorites from last year. I loved working on Metroid Month. I'm doing that again this October. If you're unfamiliar, I did a series of reviews on the Metroid series back in October of last year. It was a video a week where I covered the first, the big Metroid games in the main chronology. So excluding, like, Metroid Prime or spin-offs or that sort of thing. It was mostly, like, just the main overarching story. So if you're at all interested in that, let's see. Shantae for Smash would be awesome. I would love to see Shantae, honestly. Let's see, hoping for Metroid. Fire Emblem coming to the West was kind of...
That girl supposed to break out the hammer. Yep.
Let's see, Mother Earthbound Communities, hoping for Switch ports. I'm also hoping, because I like Earthbound a lot, but I also love Mother 3, and so I would love to see Mother 3. Again, it's one of those, like, meme things, but it would make me happy. I would like to see that. Let's see. Maybe they could try and make a tie-in with Breath of the Wild 2 and Smash. Like, present the trailer, present characters, and out of nowhere, Smash announcing Breath of the Wild, Zelda, or even Ganon. That would be really cool. I would love to see, like, this version of Zelda. My dream scenario for the Breath of the Wild sequel is to actually see Zelda as a playable character. Whether or not she'll actually be in combat, I'm not entirely sure. I would love to see Zelda pick up the Master Sword and fight with it, but that would make me too happy, so it probably won't happen. And so it would be cool to see her in Smash Brothers. Let's see, I'd love to get the Prime Trilogy on Switch. I've missed playing them. The Prime games are so good. I actually finally picked up a physical copy of the Collector's Edition of Metroid Prime Trilogy not that long ago. It was the last game I needed to finish off my Metroid collection. Very, very happy that I finally got to add that to the into the library. Let's see. Must say that the way they had announced Sephiroth actually dropped me. I loved the Sephiroth reveal. It was such an out of nowhere thing. I never. It'd probably been like 15 years since I even thought about Sephiroth as a possibility for Smash Brothers. So I was through the roof with that. I thought it was awesome. Let's see. A lot of Metroid Prime 3 stuff works with Waggle, which translates well to buttons. That is true. Especially if you're talking like using the grapple beam. With the nunchuck to like pull levers off and everything like that. I'm thinking more in terms of animations where you have to like turn things in. Although those are fairly linear interactions that I feel you could just translate to a clean animation, and you could use an input for that. So there are ways around it. I'm definitely not saying that a port of Metroid Prime 3 would be impossible. It's definitely not. I would love
he doesn't
to
know how to
happen.
deal with this many people in chat yet.
There's work,
and it's actually kind of wonderful.
Games, even if it's not like
I remember when I first started having streams get this big.
Porting games is not easy, and I think people underestimate the challenges that come with that process. Let's see. Did you ever have a crush on a video game character? And if so, who? Too many to count. If I had to, crush on a video game character. Let's see. If I had to start with like my original video game character crush, I would probably say Kira from Jak and Daxter. I really had a thing for Kira when I was younger. Let's see, Roche for Smash. Yes. Nowadays, really easy to tell if I'm gonna have a crush on a video game character. I think the biggest ones for me right now are Mitsuru from Persona 3, and I guess from Persona 3. But most of the time, if there's a redhead, chances are I'm interested. So, let's see. Actually, can we get Age of Calamity DLC? That's not a bad idea. The original Hyrule Warriors was rife with DLCs. It was really well done, actually. The content.
What's my opinion on nuclear energy?
Hyrule Warriors was outstanding.
I think it's the next step we have to take in most areas, especially areas that cannot get sustainable energy.
Enjoying it quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. Koei Tecmo is good at what they do. That's probably the best I can say. Like, animations becoming single button input would work. I think my original video game crush was Claire from Resident Evil 2. Not a bad choice. Yeah, Claire's great. I definitely didn't get into the Resident Evil series until I was older. It probably wasn't until Revelations came out that I finally sat down and actually played through an entire, Hey, Trail Mix Blazer! Thanks for subbing, buddy. Glad to have you here. Trail's another good friend. We've known each other since way back. Glad to have you here. Let's see, Roach. To answer your question, who is Roach? Roach is a character that was introduced in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love him. He is amazing. He's great, and
What I think of the future humanity has? I mean, I hope it turns out well.
I think there was actually supposed to be another encounter with him later on in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but they ended up cutting it because it contrasted with the tone of that particular moment too much, so they went ahead and removed him. Which I'm like, fair enough. But I would love to see him again. Hopefully, whenever we get a follow-up to 7 Remake, we'll see more Roach, because he was fantastic. Let's see. Yes, he did. Let's see. Honestly, I don't think I have really had a crush on a video game character. I have had squishes, but I don't think I've had a crush. You might squishes? You might have to like elaborate on that for me. I don't know what that's. Is that just like light crush? Friendly crush. Okay. Friendly crush. Okay, I got that. And I've definitely had that too. I think On in Persona 5 was a good example where it's like,
Is the Nintendo Direct just E3 for Nintendo, basically? Basically.
A lot, and I ended up getting really attached to On, but the idea of like I was never interested in On outside of like friendship, so. But that was honestly good enough for me. So I was like, dude, Persona 5 is still pretty heavy on my mind. That was a really good game. I finished Persona 5 Royal like maybe a month ago.
My teeth are hurting.
51 hours into that. Ooh. Let's see. Dr. Eggman for Smash and his SA2 mech, please. Man, I don't... I don't like thinking about the SA2 mechs. I'm sorry. I do like Eggman, though. And if you were going to have him be a Smash character, the SA2 mech is probably the way you would want to do it. I think it's such Oh yeah, no, if you're doing the mech, you better have the punching glove in it. That's one of the best parts of the mech. Give him that good little, ole soundbite. You might as well. I have mixed feelings about Sonic Adventure 2. I'll get into those deeper at another time. But I appreciate Sonic Adventure 2, and I understand why it is as special as it is to so many people. And so I would have no qualms about that game getting a little Smash Brothers love. Seeing people theorize Eggman being a Smash character. Yeah. Let's see. Makoto. Oh yeah, no. Makoto is fantastic. I really like Makoto. That was the thing though, is like there's so many good characters in Persona 5 Royal, and
DJ.
I appreciated how it doesn't feel like you have to try to romance everybody. It's more of just like here's all of these great people you can get close to, and I enjoyed that. I really like Persona 5. It has such a stellar cast. 3 is still my favorite, but I do think Persona 5 had a better cast, and I think they did more with that. Let's see. Worst Smash option? I don't know. You know, at this point, it's gonna be hard to impress or disappoint me when it comes to a new Smash character reveal, because I know I will care about it until like the character's been out for a week, and we've all gotten a chance to mess around with them, and then I'm just going to go back to maining Samus. So it only matters so much to me, to be perfectly honest. I'd have to say that if there were like one type of Smash character reveal that would just kind of disappoint me, it would probably be like another Pokemon. Like I'm sorry, I don't want another Pokemon in the roster. It's not that I actively dislike the idea. It's just that like it would not excite me. I just wouldn't really care. That's my thing. It would be more like indifference to me. I wouldn't be upset if a Pokemon got into if we got like another Pokemon rep. But yeah, let's see. Yeah. Like Miss Pac-Man. Ah, man. See, that's the thing. I would love to see Miss Pac-Man, but she would obviously be like an Echo Fighter to Pac-Man. I don't know, but you wouldn't want to do like an entire DLC for like Miss Pac-Man. I have a special place in my heart for Miss Pac-Man, and it's one of my favorite arcade games of all time. So it's like I would like to see that, but again, like an Echo Fighter sort of thing. Don't make an entire DLC off of that. Your Tuesday Dark. I don't get told I'm cute very often, so thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, got distracted there for a second. That's just nice. That's just pleasant. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. Miss Pac-Man as an Echo Fighter or something. As a deal, yeah. I hope it's not another Fire Emblem character. But if it has to be, I'd hope that they were not another Sword Fighter. Yeah, I think we were actually just having a conversation about this last night where I was saying I'm not, oh, we're gonna be starting soon, aren't we?
Oh, Nintendo's beginning soon?
I'm not, super in the camp of, man, never give me another, like, anime sword fighter in Smash. I'm not really, like, that against it. If anything, if we're gonna get another anime-ish sword fighter, if we're doing another humanoid character that uses swords, Dante. Do Dante from Devil May Cry. And not because I particularly want that, but because other people want that. It's like, at this point, I'm happy if other people are happy. I have gotten all of the characters I want out of Smash Brothers, except for Rayman
okay.
and Klonoa. And
if you have not already gone to follow,
oh boy, here we go.
To follow Wayne, please do so. Click on that link there.
Okay, I forgot about that little message there. Ooh.
Okay, are we gonna watch Wayne watch it, or are we gonna watch it singleton? So I think we're gonna watch it on our own, so as not to take away from anybody who is watching it over on Wayne's channel. And then, why is this so? Oh, new Xenoblade! New stuff for Xenoblade. We watch Wayne boost his volume. Fair enough. Hold on. You guys did bring up a good point about Wayne.
Oh. This is Pyra. Pyra is in Smash Brothers. Pyra... I think.
Where have you gone?
They're playing this so straight.
I'll find you, whatever it takes.
I can't tell if this is actually a follow-up to Xenoblade 2 or if this is actually a Smash reveal.
Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
Damn it, I'm wrong! Damn it, I was wrong. I thought it was... Okay.
Nice. I'm into it. Alright.
I thought I was gonna be in Smash.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex.
We got a waifu in Smash, apparently. Pyrrha's in Smash.
Okay, I know what I just said about anime sword fighters, but this is a redhead, so it's different. Listen.
That's genius! You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
Nothing wrong with it
man.
being an anime sword fighter,
Oh, this
G-Wing.
is cool. I'm happy with this. More Xenoblade representation. I'm happy. And Pyra was one of the more likable characters in this game. And Mithra. Okay.
Let me handle this.
Oh, okay.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh?
My friend Cullen must be groaning out of his skull right now.
What's wrong with their
But I'm
with the
happy.
characters using swords to
I
fight?
actually like Xenoblade 2
Doesn't
quite a
matter.
bit, so yeah, this is
Seriously,
cool.
the anime sword fighter issue is a giant fucking meme. Stop falling for it. It doesn't matter what weapon they use. It really doesn't matter.
This is cool. I don't know. I'm happy.
Oh, she's like Zelda.
Freely?
She transforms.
Blinding speed. Together,
Okay, so you can.
nothing can stand our way.
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Wait, Gramps?
I've missed
Oh, it's sick.
Goodbye.
Okay, this is a
They didn't
really
get rid of
fun
transforming
idea
characters.
for,
They did that in Smash
stage.
4.
There's some more.
Plus, think of all the music they're gonna put in it now.
Pokemon
So much
trainers
good
in Smash
music
Ultimate.
from Xenoblade 2.
They didn't get rid of transforming characters.
Sure did. Witness our power. Sure.
Who cares what weapon they use, Ratchet?
Expected to see you two again.
Oh, that's right. They've met now, haven't they? I thought that was. Is that canon?
Smash! I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words. You forget.
Bold of me to treat anything in a in a Smash reveal as canon.
Yeah, I feel like doing Smash first was not the right
Well,
move.
All right, dude. I really like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Shulk's been in
More than-
Smash,
more than some
G-Wing.
people, but
Hello,
Um,
everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Also, remember, go follow
We
Wayne.
delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations.
Well, Sword Art Online is boring, but that doesn't mean that we
haven't been able
can't
to
just
present
enjoy.
Nintendo Direct in this style.
How does Shulk know Pyrrha? I believe there's a DLC that bridged
I'm happy to
universes
share
together in
this
Xenoblade Chronicles
with you all
2.
today.
90% certain there's a thing where that
We
happened.
appreciate your continued
Because I know that Ella from Xenoblade Chronicles X popped in to 2.
What you just saw was the
Dude,
reveal
at
trailer
Smash,
for the newest
it's,
fighter in the
even
Super
better if I
Smash
would-
Bros. Ultimate
yeah,
game. Pyra
it's like
and Mithra. They originally appeared
I think it was
in
only a
Xenoblade
matter of
Chronicles
time.
series as
People have been
Rex
asking
and Pokemon
for like
Please
Rex
look
for a
forward to
while.
seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This
Um.
fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Let's
Oh,
continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
sorry if the audio was down a little bit there.
Let's take a look.
Pyra and Mithra come out in March, so that's next
Fall
month.
Guys
That's
is coming
soon.
on Switch, apparently.
Oh, and Fall Guys for Switch.
Yep.
A little behind the
Fall
trend
Guys
on
is
this
on
one.
Switch.
I think most people have kind of dropped this game by now, but hey, maybe it'll get a comeback.
Yeah, if I get a copyright claim, whatever.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I would rather have Pyra and Mithra as their own characters than Rex. So it's probably the better way to handle it.
Is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left behind
what is
by
this?
ancient civilization.
I like sci-fi stuff.
You have 22 minutes. After that, the the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
Oh, it's like Majora's Mask.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe.
That squirrel
What
looks
messages will you
familiar.
discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch.
You are not alone. You are not alone. That's my one gripe with Pyra is,
Murder mystery games.
yeah.
Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. Two deep cuts from
Are
Nintendo
these,
history are coming to North America for the first time.
Oh no, this is cool. Are these, mystery VNs? See, this'll make Cullen happy.
Turns await at every corner. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia. But that's not the only case to crack. In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare.
Oh, this looks awesome. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's game preservation of something that maybe not a lot of people have played before or have gotten a chance to really get their hands on. This is the sort of thing I always want to see more of, especially since I think visual novels work really well on portables. Get those more into the mainstream, especially
Starting
like
with hype, do some port, then more hype. That's probably what's going to be happening.
Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands
Can't say that it's all ports until we finish the presentation.
That's cool.
I bet we're going to end on something that's not a port.
That's really cool. More of that, please.
The new age of battles begins.
Wait, do I know what this is? Is this what I think it is?
It's a Koei Tecmo game, I believe, right?
This is not what I was thinking of. Yeah, no, I was thinking of something else.
What? I can be. What's up? Yeah.
I've never played Samurai Warriors, but I've always been curious.
Coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi. Character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment. Unleash high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000
Last Airbender. Hey man, I mean,
Warriors 5.
it had a fitting art style for something like Last Airbender, so I can see that.
The vast world of Fadiel beckons.
I like how many things there are here that I just don't know much about.
To Nintendo Switch. You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream.
This is pretty.
Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Place them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the story. Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters.
This looks cute.
Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home. The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original sound.
Good. That it should be a mandate. If you're doing something like that, in rearranging music, always have the option to switch between revamped and original. Is this Monster Hunter? Yes, it is. Is this Rise? Is this Monster Hunter Rise? That's the new one, right? I really need to play more Monster Hunter. I tried playing Worlds and I was enjoying it, but only so much. So I want to give this series another shot, and I feel like Rise might be a good opportunity for me to do that.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo.
That's what I've heard.
Some devastating casualties.
I've heard Monster Hunter World is not very much like the other games.
Face the biggest challenge yet! No! We can't lose this game! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting in!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen to me now!
Oh.
Here it comes! Watch out for the apex! Do not let it pass!
The rampage. How long do you think it's going to last?
So I guess you can just take control of monsters. That's a cool idea.
Hinoa, we should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
Are those pre-established characters? I'm sure somebody just got very excited about that shot. Oh, that's a good looking Switch. Zelda Switch. Give me a gold Zelda Switch. I will buy it immediately.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
The fairway is open once again.
Okay.
Tee off on the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
Hey, golf
Study
is...
the wind and terrain. Take your time to
All
think
right.
things through. Then swing. Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters on courses filled with lush, natural scenery. Use features on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve.
You can immediately get me more interested if Rosalina is a playable character.
These features can help you ace your shots. In addition to button controls, you can also use motion controls by holding a Joy-Con controller like a golf club. Gently swing the controller to have your character swing in the game, letting you easily enjoy the sensation.
It's because Nintendo are the only ones that remember the Joy-Cons have, like, motion controls.
There are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including the
What is this?
Speed Golf.
Speed Golf?
Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time.
Oh my god.
You'll race through the course to reach your ball.
Okay,
Give
this...
it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going.
This is mayhem. Okay, yes, also Daisy. Is Daisy a redhead? Or does she have brown hair?
Oh.
She should have dark skin. Because, like, dark skinned Daisy is top tier Daisy.
Skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different stats.
Hey, remember Mies? It's been a while since I thought about Mies.
Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf Super
Hey,
Rush
welcome to the
swings
stream.
on Nintendo Switch.
Thanks for the
June 25th.
follow.
Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes,
Let's see.
as well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls. Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Check out these games coming to Nintendo Switch. Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese.
Alright.
Witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash. Set between Borderlands 2 and 3, this game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and
This sure is kind of out of nowhere, isn't it?
you'll encounter in this choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches on Nintendo Switch, March 24th. 32 of Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yo!
Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display
Let's see, now we're
options.
talking.
Sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free. Then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches later today.
Oh, dude, this is today? That's so cool.
As a zombie, you just can't get enough of it. In this action game from Aspyr, you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. It's Travis Touchdown versus Assassins. Wait, aliens? Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crass, beam katana-wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world.
So I actually still need to play the No More Heroes games.
Enter each boss fight. You'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and improved death glove, you'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is
All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth.
Yeah, no, that looks...
You know, Nintendo Switch, August 27th.
That looks cool. I do want to sit down and play the other 2 games first.
Terminate demons in heaven.
As above,
What is this?
so below. Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
Oh boy, cards. My favorite. That is Spike, yeah. So this is first person.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself. God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Well, it's definitely stylish. I don't know if I'd be playing that one, but it is cool. That is a neat idea.
Heaven's Mysteries in neon white, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021. The DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and backup
Okay. It's look, it's DC Superhero Girls Ultimate Alliance.
And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the lasso of truth. Along with our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh.
This reminds me of an old Bratz game that my sister had when we were kids. That's just the vibe I'm getting from it. Hey, you know what? Someone out there's gonna enjoy it, I'm sure. It will probably have an audience of some kind.
No one figures out our secret identities.
DC Superhero Girls Team Power heroically soars onto Nintendo Switch June 4th. Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
Is this Garden Warfare? Nice. I always heard Garden Warfare was super good. And it's again, I always heard that the Plants vs. Zombies like shooter game was a ton of fun. Like everybody was always going on about like how it was surprisingly good. So I'm gonna try it. I don't know. Again, heard it was fun. That's pretty soon too.
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can. Band together on a quest to face evil and save faces. Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch. Cast Mii characters in various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure.
Was this on the 3DS? I feel like this was a 3DS game. Dark Lord stand for Smash.
In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship...
It feels like it's an expansion of that Street Pass game. You know the one I'm talking about? I forget what it was called.
As an ally? That sounds pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof, in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
So, there's a lot of pre-orders starting today.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
Of course they are.
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game.
They were already there in New Leaf.
Like the Super Mushroom and the question block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and wherever you'd like. You can also place 2 warp pipes.
Okay, it is cool that you can place them all over the island, though. Okay, give me the Zelda ones, though. Give me the Zelda items.
Travel between locations on your island. Hey, why not try?
But the Mario ones are pretty dang cool.
A free update for the game launches February 25th.
Oh, that's in like a week.
After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
You seen this, Amanda?
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
It does still have some great music.
Continue enjoying life on your island.
How was that? These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well. Next, we have another game to show you.
There's no recourse! Sword! Never. S-Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Are these the wages of loyalty? Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed.
You are a leader, and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
Is this the Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler team? Triangle strategy.
Far away lies
What?
a continent in Brasilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits.
Octopath Traveler, I get being like the project title that eventually became the name of the game. Please do not let Triangle Strategy be the final title of this game.
Truce. Decades later, the flames of war threaten to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in
That's
a
a
tangled,
stupid sounding
fiery
title.
web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements.
Shut your mouth, Trail.
Not only to your initial attack, but
Ah, man. So it's another Advanced Wars Fire Emblem strategy type combat system. We've seen this before. The visual style is cool.
Casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic. It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield before taking action.
I like the idea of using strategy to take the elemental effects of magic and have that affect the battlefield.
You will be faced with
It's a cool idea,
decisions in a
but I also,
situations.
I don't know. I can't say I'm terribly interested.
Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause.
They're spending a lot of time on this.
The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refuse to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may...
I feel like they were expecting people to be way more interested in this than I admittedly am. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG
Tri-
from Square Enix, will launch in
Triangle
2022.
Strategy.
Please be on the lookout for more information in the
Hi, can I
future.
pre-order a copy of
After this
Triangle
presentation,
Strategy?
A demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop. And in the future, we'll conduct a survey to gather.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
We look forward to hearing
I don't know.
your
I don't
responses
know.
on the demo.
I have no thoughts on the game.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
This is a Star Wars thing? Looks like a Star Wars thing. Cool. What is
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
All right, let's do this.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
We all play for different reasons.
Gorgon loved battle. Gorgon used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
My line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Gorgon want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! Come get some. Got you.
Hey, Lieutenant, pass to me!
Roger that, princess. Here.
I was waiting for the princess to be in sprite form running around this arena. I'm disappointed.
Roger that. Heads up, Your Highness.
Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won.
That is just Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph. That is just Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph.
This is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show.
Pass to me. What? Interview's over? Oh, come on, man. One more game.
What do you do in it?
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
So it's Danganronpa in the City of Rapture with the art style of Pokemon.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but
Wait,
everyone's
what?
vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that
Oh,
blends
okay.
side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
Interesting.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May
What?
28th.
That looks cute. I mean, that seems kind of neat.
Wield the powers of Olympus with the physical release of Hades.
You guys doing a spot
Hades,
just for
the critically
okay.
acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards, is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch. This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th.
I do think it's kind of funny that they had an entire spot in a Nintendo Direct to say, hey, here's this game that we already have out that we showed off on the last Direct, but now it's on a physical release.
And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies. Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos.
Now Smash fans are going to say Ryu for Smash. They might.
All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2020.
There's another collection I'm hoping to see.
More battles are coming to Hyrule Warriors.
Hey, there you go, Cirrus. Watch this be the only Zelda thing we get today. Yep. It was a safe bet. Let's see, new weapons, expanded roster.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch. Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals. Use the job system to develop your characters.
Oh shit, I was muted. Sorry. Didn't realize I was muted.
I gotta be honest, like, so far the Pyro reveal is the only thing I think in this entire presentation I've actually had any strong feelings towards. I haven't been really... I don't know. I feel like there's not really been a whole lot of big stuff here.
Legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters. Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Nah.
8 protagonists. 8 captivating journeys.
Oh,
Saga? Remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th. Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch.
Apex Legends on Switch? Okay.
Features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends.
I'm holding...
Cross-platform play.
I will say, I am holding out to see something big come out towards the end of the Direct. There's probably going to be, like, a hook, like, right at the end of this, but I gotta be honest, man, there's not a lot here I care about. Like, there's very, very little here that's left an impression on me. I mean, we're getting those couple of visual novels. We're getting that arcade compilation.
So far. There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay.
So we hope you'll stick with us.
What's your
Please take a look at this.
What you got for us? Hideo Kojima? No, that's Eiji Aonuma. Not Hideo Kojima. Why did my brain go Hideo Kojima? No.
Thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild game.
Don't do this to
Eiji
me.
Aonuma. Damn it,
Don't
I'm
have
an idiot.
anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you
Wait.
some new information.
So is he literally just popping on to say that
We'll have to ask you to wait just a
we
bit
have
longer.
nothing on Breath of the Wild 2?
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
Wait, what?
Please take a look.
Which game? Which game is it? Aonuma, what game? Skyward Sword.
Piss off. Piss off.
Why that one? Anything.
Skyward Sword is a bad Zelda game.
Why has it gotta be a Skyward Sword re-release?
Off, man. No, come on.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD.
Uh-huh.
This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game.
Because the game doesn't work without motion controls because it's built around a gimmick and not being a good game. It wouldn't work without motion controls. It's built around that mechanic.
It's like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
Okay.
After mulling over how to assign different gameplay
Okay.
to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Wait, what?
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. Swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally.
Why?
Just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
Why?
Nintendo, no!
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
You won't. It has nothing to say. It's a
Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
I'll get the Joy-Cons.
Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop.
What genre of games do I stream and play? I generally do League, Warcraft, playthroughs of retro games. I did one of Sonic Heroes just the other day as a debate with me and Channel Pup. Also, if you're watching and you haven't done so, please, we are watching Wayne as Boss right now. Please, I've sent the link to his channel. Click that, hit the follow button.
Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played the Legend
Please
of
do
Zelda
so.
will give this game a try as well.
Please do.
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right.
I'm just gonna have to.
Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
And I don't care about Splatoon either, so alright.
Wait, what are we doing on what are we doing for Splatoon? Wait. This looks neat. This looks kind of neat. What are we doing? What are we doing? That design looks sweet. Oh, what? Oh, this looks interesting.
I'm sorry if commentary is a little dry. I have nothing to say because they haven't given me much to talk about.
We're getting a Splatoon thing. Okay, but what is the Splatoon thing? So what is this? Like this is very proud of itself. Oh, it's just Splatoon 3.
Yay.
I mean, like, I'm happy we're getting it, because I love Splatoon. I absolutely do. But I'm less hyped for this.
I played both of the first two Splatoon games, and I lost interest in both of them in a couple of weeks.
I just... Okay.
So, it's like...
Is that what we're ending on?
Yeah.
Seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time.
Okay, I just...
Today, we showed you a sampling of games
Is that it?
to Nintendo Switch.
Is that... we're ending on Splatoon 3?
Are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Alright, so,
No
list of
Metroid?
things that I care about. Pyra, Mithra, and Smash. And the Joy-Con controllers for the Switch. That's about it. Man. That might be the most disappointed I've ever been in a Nintendo Direct. How many of them even get to be that length either? Like, where they're like an entire, almost an hour long. Almost an hour long for a Nintendo Direct, and so little was shown.
Yeah, it was mostly ports.
What was the hook? What was there to care about? Mario Golf? I'm sorry, Trail. Mario Golf is not an exciting game reveal. Bring Eiji Numa out to say, hey,
we don't have anything. That's what they did.
4 years since the first game came out.
I
It's
just...
been like it's been 2 years since we launched a reveal trailer. There has to be something to show. Not even a passing mention of Metroid. And then of all of the things you could pull out of your ass for the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, any kind of collection, just give me the ROMs of the N64 versions of Ocarina of Majora. Like, just make those available. Get a team of, like, 3 people to, like, port a ROM over to the Switch. I don't care. Do something with the time that you've been given.
It was just you,
What else was there
G-Wing.
to care about? I mean, we'll take up an entire 10 minutes talking about this RPG that is just every other, like, tactics-based game, but it has the visual art style of Octopath Traveler, which for most people can tell you is a disappointing game.
Well, I'm glad it was incredible for you,
Monster Hunter Rise was
Twilight.
cool. They did an entire direct about Monster Hunter Rise. There's nothing more to say about it.
I just... Yeah, I agree a little bit with this.
That was such... I mean, Hades is hype, but again, you pull out a slot to talk about a game that we already know is out on the Switch. It's been out on the Switch for a while, just to say, hey, it comes in a box now. And then Splatoon... Does Splatoon 3 look cool? What about Splatoon 3 looks cool? What about Splatoon 3 is different now? What about it is more than the same gameplay loop of the last 2 games? That's my issue with Splatoon, is that there's nothing. Like, it's... God. Well, I hate to leave it on a low note, but man.
Well, I guess we end that on a go follow Wayne because his pain is our
I am
pain.
severely disappointed. Again, I get.
That said,
not
I need to go to the restroom, which means I'm ending stream.
For, like,
Thank y'all for watching.
Nintendo doesn't care.
Thank y'all very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow as usual. See y'all.